You're watching the Daily Dodge pregame show.
Good evening and welcome into Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania on ESPN Wisconsin, presented by Hometown Glass and Improvement and Columbus Family Dental. Week 6 of the high school football season. The Friday night lights at the high school level. Is there some college game going on tonight? We don't even know anything about that front. Jesse Nelson along with the Dean Dennis Semrau. We are excited to bring you this broadcast from historic Breese Stevens Field between the number 1 ranked Columbus Cardinals and the Edgewood Crusaders. Good evening, everybody. Again, my name is Jesse Nelson. I am joined by the Dean of Area High School Sports in the Madison area because, Dennis, we have a brand new audience that we're introducing ourselves to on Daily Dodge TV with our friends at ESPN Beaver Dam, ESPN Madison, combining for one spectacular high school football broadcast, at least in my opinion, here tonight. Excited to bring it with everybody here tonight. Dennis?
Awesome, yeah. And my buddy Mike Thronson gets the night off. He's at a reunion in Minnesota this weekend.
Tim Haldeman as well.
Yep.
We're happy to step in for the fellas. Ninja's here with us, though. He's still working hard on the video.
We all know who's in charge anyway, right?
That's that guy right there. This is so cool. The Hall Monitor, Ninja, and the Dean. What a crew we've got assembled here at Breese Stevens Field. We are so excited to bring you this game tonight. The number 1 ranked Columbus Cardinals and the Edgewood Crusaders. Tonight's game is presented on Daily Dodge TV by Hometown Glass and Improvement and by Columbus Family Dental. Tonight's broadcast on Daily Dodge TV. Also brought to you by Prairie Ridge Health, McKinstry's Home Furnishings, Klodowski Real Estate, Beaver Dam Tire and Service, Slumberland in Beaver Dam and Watertown, Silica for your home, White Construction, Summit Ford, Surefire, Richards Insurance, Mayville Tire and Service, Park Village Shopping Center, Preferred Dental Partners, Jerry's Automotive, Air Care, The Dump in Cambria, and Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. And, of course, this is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania on ESPN Madison and Wisconsin On Demand. And, Dennis, let's talk about the Edgewood Crusaders at home tonight. They are 1-4 entering play against the number 1 ranked team in the state, the Columbus Cardinals. If Edgewood wants any chance to keep its postseason hopes glimmering alive, they're going to need a monumental upset here on their home turf tonight.
Yeah, Columbus is ranked number 1 for a reason. Got a 19-game win streak. They had only 5 letter winners back from last year, but they both were all of them were two-way players. So that's like having 10 starters back, right? But the big one's Colton Brunell, and that's one of the keys to the game is stopping him tonight for Edgewood.
And then meanwhile for the Columbus Cardinals, a team that last year ran the gauntlet, upset Catholic Memorial in one of the most recent great state championship games in Division IV as the snow flew on Camp Randall Stadium on that Thursday night in November. The Cardinals have their eyes set on playing just down the road a few extra miles again this November. But first, stick to business, take care of everything in the regular season, and win this Capital Conference.
Yeah, last year Andrew Selgra had one of the all-time pregame speeches. When I asked Colton Brunell about it, he goes, he doesn't remember too much of it because he was so focused on winning that game. But Coach Channel is inner Herb Brooks. He talked about what it was going to take to beat the beast called Catholic Memorial, said, their time is over. Our time is now. And we rallied around him. It wasn't a miracle on ice like with Coach Brooks, but, hey, the game was played in snowy conditions, so it worked. And it was awesome. And I've covered Columbus back to the 90s. That was a return to glory for the Cardinals.
Their first championship game since 1996, and they made the most of it when they were able to defeat the 3-time defending state champion Catholic Memorial Crusaders. Those two teams, could they be on another collision course again this year, Dennis? Or I forgot if Catholic Memorial is up one division this year.
Well, it looks like
not.
Columbus might be down to Division 5 this year is what I hear.
Okay.
But again, we have to wait until all the field is set. Then they do the break by division, which is why Wanakee, which got booted up to 1, I'm hearing they're going to be back in Division 2 this year, where Kettle Moraine is. So, I mean, right now it's all speculation. We wait till that last week, and that's all for the fans. The kids and the coaches, they just worried about game to game.
Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania on ESPN Wisconsin. Jesse Nelson and the Dean Dennis Semrau bringing it to you on ESPN Madison, 100.5 ESPN Madison, as well as Daily Dodge TV. Stepping in for Mike and Tim on the call tonight, it is our pleasure to bring you the number 1 ranked Columbus Cardinals and the Edgewood Crusaders. Dennis, as we look at what this game means for the Capital Conference, Obviously, Columbus is at the top. They've got this huge showdown with Lodi next week that's probably going to be for the conference title. But when we did our pre-season show at the start of this year on ESPN Madison, and we looked at the Big Eight and the Badger Conference, the Capital was the conference that, for the second year in a row, seemed to have the most juice coming into this season. As we sit here now in Week 6, almost two-thirds of the way complete of the season, has that remained the case?
Well, we had Lake Mills, Lakeside Lutheran, and Edgewood were included, teams that were ranked a year ago and were preseason ranked in the top 20. It has become a Lodi-Columbus, and you look at the scores and what they've done so far. This is a trap game for Columbus because everybody in the community's got to be talking about Lodi and the conference championship. And these kids have to worry about this game. And they're 16, 17, 18-year-olds. You know, if somebody had a bad day with a test or fight with a girlfriend or something, you got to get them focused on this game because anything can happen. You get a couple of turnovers, Edgewood gets the underdog. You know, you like to say if the underdog hangs around long enough, he's going to come back and bite you in the butt. So Columbus has got to come out right away and make a statement. No, we're not looking past you. We're focused right on you guys. We're going to take care of business, and then next week is next week.
Dennis, one of the perks of being on Daily Dodge TV with Ninja as our video producer. We get to wave to the people. We're on camera, Dennis. Wave to the people. Hey, we're on camera on Daily Dodge TV. That's where you can watch the game tonight, and then you can listen to the game on 100.5 ESPN and Wisconsin on demand. Counting down to kickoff. We'll be back after this for some more thoughts as we get set for kickoff. Columbus and Edgewood on ESPN Wisconsin.
Are you ready for peace of mind? Chad Guzzi here, owner of Air Care in Beaver Dam. If you're tired of unexpected repair bills, you want to sign up for our Total Care plan. It ensures top performance and prolonged life of your heating and air conditioning equipment. Air Care's Total Care customers receive annual inspections as well as a reduced maintenance rate plus a 10% discount on all service repairs. Air Care, big enough to serve you, small enough to care. 920-356-8860.
The teams at Beaver Dam and Mayville Tire and Service are growing and adding service technicians and auto lube technicians. Work in a clean shop environment with a fun and friendly team that is committed to excellence and customer satisfaction. Competitive pay based on experience, full benefits, including health, dental, 401k. Join the growing team at Beaver Dam and Mayville Tire and Service. Find full job postings on Facebook or visit either location to submit your resume.
Hi, this is Dr. Adam Forster at Columbus Family Dental. If you've been unhappy with your smile, it's time that you come and see us. Our team of doctors are waiting to help you get your smile back. We'll take the time to talk with you and treat you like a member of our family, not just another number. Whether it's a whole mouth makeover or simply a little tweak, we'll find the right solution that fits you. For your free, no-pressure consultation, call us today at 623-5559.
The fun doesn't stop when the game clock hits 0. Celebrate your team's sweet victory at the Dump Bar and Grill in Cambria and tackle some mouth-watering appetizers, award-winning juicy burgers, or some crispy wings. The Dump Bar and Grill has it all. And with their newest Annex Edition, enjoy more seating for all fans to gather. Satisfy your hunger and get to the Dump Bar and Grill in Cambria, your go-to spot for great food and good times. TheDumpBar.com, cheering on all our local student athletes.
Cheer! Now cheer louder. Any accomplishment worth doing is worth doing with all your heart and soul. The entire team at Hometown Glass and Improvement knows that dedication, time, and respect can lead to greatness. When practicing free throws, running for a touchdown, or installing new windows and doors, it's a commitment to something larger than oneself that creates a legacy. So keep cheering for your hometown team. Hometown Glass and Improvement, online at hometownglass.com.
Jerry's Automotive in Beaver Dam is a champion of our local schools. Team up with Jerry's Automotive by pumping your gas at their Spirit Pump, where 2 cents of every gallon is donated to a local school each month. Jerry's Automotive also provides exceptional vehicle service and repairs and a great selection of convenience items. Visit Jerry's Automotive Center WI.com and on Facebook. Jerry's Automotive, 700 North Spring Street in Beaver Dam, across the street from Beaver Dam Food Pride.
You're watching the Daily Dodge pregame show.
Welcome back to Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania on ESPN Wisconsin, presented by Hometown Glass and Improvement and Columbus Family Dental on Daily Dodge TV and on 100.5 ESPN Madison. My name's Jesse Nelson, joined by the Dean of Area High School Sports, Dennis Semrau. For nearly 50 years, Zimbrick Honda has provided the Madison area with quality Honda vehicles, and the trusted staff of Zimbrick Honda's used car dealership will save you time and reduce your car buying stress by finding the vehicle that matches your style. If you're in the market for a new Honda or a used Honda, visit Zimbrick Honda in Madison today or online at ZimbrickHonda.com. Today's game broadcast is also brought to you on Daily Dodge TV by Prairie Ridge Health, McKinstry's Home Furnishings, Klodowski Real Estate, Beaver Dam Tire and Service, Slumberland in Beaver Dam and Watertown, Silica for your home, White Construction, Summit Ford, Surefire, Richards Insurance, Mayville Tire and Service, Park Village Shopping Center, Preferred Dental Partners, Jerry's Automotive, Air Care, The Dump in Cambria, and Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Our game tonight, Dennis Semrau, the Columbus Cardinals, ranked number 1 in the state AP poll, visiting the Edgewood Crusaders, who come in 1-4. Some narrow losses on the Edgewood schedule. They are going to hope to not only remain competitive, but to keep their playoff hopes alive. This would be a monumental win if they could pull off the upset of the number 1 ranked team in the state on the home turf at historic Breese Stevens Field.
Yeah, you talk about a signature win, none better. Knock off defending state champions.
That sure would do it tonight. We will see if that does, in fact, end up being the case. The Columbus Cardinals in their road white uniforms, red letters and numbers, white helmets with the Columbus Cardinal decal on either side. The Edgewood Crusaders in their home gold uniforms, white letters and numbers with the white helmet and the Edgewood Crusader logo on either side.
These Cardinal uniforms are awesome. You can really read the numbers. I mean, the red and white stand out.
And here I was thinking you just think they're awesome because they look almost like the Wisconsin Badgers are playing out here on Breese Stevens Field.
Yeah, we can't watch the Badgers, so we're watching the color under the Cardinals.
And, you know, for those of you tuning in hoping to find Luke Fickle, you're in the wrong place. But we do have 2 other Fickles in action tonight. Aiden and Ashton, 2 of the twin brothers of the Fickle family, members of the Edgewood Crusader football program. Both sophomores, obviously their first season with the Crusaders this year. So, Dennis, as we go through the next couple of seasons, unless something drastic were to change in some other life, I do believe that the Fickle brothers will continue to be prominent players on the Crusaders team for the next couple of years.
Yeah, starting as sophomores, they're a pretty good size. But as Coach says, they're sophomores. They're going to be making mistakes. They're learning as they go. Whole different level, varsity level. But they've been impact players so far for the Crusaders.
Continue to remind you that on our live video stream on Daily Dodge TV, you can weigh in on the comments section. That's something that they love doing on Daily Dodge TV, so we're going to incorporate it with Mike and Tim out tonight. So we've got all these great comments coming in already early on. Chris and Cassie both cheering on Let's Go Columbus. Continue to weigh in. We'll give you a shout-out throughout the course of the broadcast tonight as well. And congratulations, Chris and Cassie. Guess what? Not only did we just mention you on Daily Dodge TV, but they're hearing you on 100.5 ESPN Madison with the simulcast tonight. So extra chance to be heard with your shout-outs in the comments section on Daily Dodge TV on tonight's presentation of high school football. Week 6, number 1 ranked Columbus, Edgewood trying to keep its season alive. Kickoff is next on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania on ESPN Wisconsin.
Is selling your home like a walk in the park? If you were in Central Park at 2 a.m. maybe. Chris Klodowski Real Estate. When it is time to sell, be it due to loss or love, growth or downsizing, staying near or going far, there are 3 basic steps. List it, sell it, move on. The steps are made simple by working with a trusted real estate advisor. Our family team is with you every step of the way, making those 3 steps as smooth and fun as possible. Klodowski Real Estate. We look forward to serving you.
Lamers Bus Lines. Our community needs you. What drives you? Drive for Lamers.
I wanted to do something good for my community, and now I get to make a difference in kids' lives.
Call or visit us at golamers.com for more information.
There's only so much fishing a retired guy can do.
What drives you? Drive for Lamers.
Our kids need us. I felt like I needed to do something good for my community.
Call or visit golamers.com for more information.
And I'm getting paid for it.
Lamers Bus Lines. Our community needs you.
Hi, this is Sandy from McKinstry's Home Furnishings in downtown Beaver Dam. We are proud to support all Beaver Dam athletes. While at home watching high school sports, why not be comfortable? McKinstry's is a lazy boy comfort studio. We have sofas, recliners, sectionals, and reclining sofas. Stop into McKinstry's Home Furnishings in downtown Beaver Dam and add comfort to your home.
Year after year, McKinstry's.
In today's financial markets, you will find all your needs met at Park Village Shopping Center. Time is right for a home equity line of credit. The folks at Horicon Bank can make those home remodel dreams a reality. Searching for sound financial advice? Kevin Smith of Edward Jones will help you make sense of your investments. Kevin knows the market inside and out. Knightberry Title meets all your title needs, from commercial to residential. The team at Knightberry is your partner for success. This is why you hear people say, I shop Park Village Shopping Center. You should too.
Park Village Shopping Center.
At Prairie Ridge Health, we believe that orthopedics is more than surgery. It's about getting your life back. Our collaborative team of expert surgeons, therapists, and nurses work together to get you back to feeling pain-free in your daily life. Our innovative and proven program is designed to get you from hospital to home with confidence. Find out how the Prairie Ridge Health orthopedic team can help you at prairieridge.health. Prairie Ridge Health accepts over 70 major insurances, including Dean.
At Preferred Dental Partners, our core values are more than just something we put on our wall. They're something we live out. Core value number 3 is compassionate care. Over the years, we've learned a very important anatomy lesson. There are humans attached to the mouths we treat, and we know humans are complex with many needs beyond their teeth. Whether it's the anxiety that accompanies walking into the door of a dental office, or when you're trying to juggle all life is throwing at you, we get it. If you're looking for some compassion with your dental care, call Preferred Dental Partners today.
Make adventure happen during the Jeep Adventure Days event at Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam. Hello, this is Brent Reed offering $5,000 off the most awarded SUV ever, our flagship Grand Cherokee. Looking for a smaller, more budget-friendly SUV? Take 10% off the Grand Cherokee's Mini-Me, the 2023 Jeep Compass. And we didn't forget about our Ram truck buyers, $10,000 off select brand new Bighorn crew cabs. Let our family take care of your family at Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam and reedchrysler.com.
Hi, I'm Josh Schneider with Silica for Your Home. We have a great feature available in our showrooms, our digital price tags. They search the internet every day and allow us to adjust the prices based on our competitors. That ensures you are always getting the best deal. If it finds a lower price, it will automatically change our Silica price in real time. These digital price tags are all about saving you time and money. Shop Silica for Your Home for the best sales, service, and selection.
Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania on ESPN Wisconsin, presented by Hometown Glass and Improvement and Columbus Family Dental. Jesse Nelson and the Dean, Dennis Semrau. Week 6 of the high school football season on 100.5 ESPN Madison and Daily Dodge TV. The number 1 ranked Columbus Cardinals. The Edgewood Crusaders, 1-4, looking to keep their playoff hopes alive in the 2/3 mark of the season. Just about to get set underway from historic Breese Stevens Field. As we see it, moving right to left, the Columbus Cardinals will kick off. Otto Andler, number 7, will do the kicking. 2 Crusaders are back to return. Week 6 of the high school football season. An overcast night at Breese Stevens Field. We're underway. Fielded up near the 5-yard line. Return to the middle field, 10, 15, and brought down just outside near the 20-yard line is where Edgewood will begin this first offensive series. On the return, that looked like number 31, which is Quincy Mosley, the wide receiver on the return for the Crusaders. And Dennis Semrau coming out to lead the Crusaders at quarterback, sophomore Gannon Bagstaff.
Yeah, that was Riley Knockreiner, by the way, on the tackle, number 14. Yeah, Gannon's first year as a starter. Comes in completing 66 of 128 passes. He's got 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions this year.
Crusader ball on the left hash, first down and 10. First play from scrimmage is a handoff, and a give goes virtually nowhere. Just a yard, maybe 2 out to the 20-yard line. Cade Patterson, number 9, the running back on the carry, picks up maybe a yard to the 21.
Yeah, this front line is pretty good for Columbus. Averages about 6'3", 225, one of the smaller ones, but Devin McCormick, a 2-year starter on both offense and defense, defensive end, one of the guys to keep an eye on. He's got 5 tackles for loss this year.
This is actually pretty hard to see where the down lines are here, Dennis. I got to admit, here's the handoff again. Patterson coming up the gut, a couple of yards again, out toward the 25-yard line. He is brought down. Looks like they're going to mark him, yes, at the 25-yard line. Sets up about 3rd and 5 for the Crusaders here on the opening drive. So Hunter Vaughn has called games here with you. Alex Strofe has called games here with you at Breese Stevens Field. It is primarily a soccer stadium, the home of Forward Madison FC. So there's no down lines that are marked throughout the course of the field, as you'll see. There's no hash marks, I should say, indicated with the 30, the 40, the 50, etc. On the throw, Bagstad incomplete, knocked down near the first down line. It was nearly intercepted by a Cardinal defender. And on 3rd and 5, it's incomplete. A Crusader is down. And Edgewood will have to punt following the injury timeout.
That was number 3, Jefferson Mowbray. He had a shot at that. I think he was looking pick 6. Got to catch the ball first there, but 3 and out here right away.
If I saw correctly, it looked like Holden Port, number 33, was the injured Crusader down. We'll get a check to see if that's true here in just a moment as the Columbus team comes over toward its bench. Edgewood retreating to its as well with 10:39 to go in the first quarter. 10:39 to go in the first quarter. No score between Columbus and Edgewood here on Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania on ESPN Wisconsin, presented by Hometown Glass and Improvement and Columbus Family Dental. So Dennis, early goings here for the Edgewood Crusaders as the injured player is still tended to out on the field. As we talk about Edgewood, 1-4 entering play tonight, 0-3 in Capital Conference play. This is a team that has had some really solid success the last few years. They've played in tight games, close games, some tight playoff wins, some tight playoff losses. What's next for Jesse Norris and the Crusader program here, not just tonight, but looking ahead at what is to come for the Crusaders?
You know, they're going to be moving back into the Badgers Small Conference next year. They were in the Badgers Small, then they were in the Rock for 2 years, and then the Capital. Now they're moving back. But a whole different Badgers Small. They are going to be smaller schools. They won't have crossover games against a Wanakee, DeForest, for example. So I think with the young team that Jesse's got this year, they're going to be kind of building for the next couple of years. I think they'll be pretty good. One of the keys to the game tonight for them was move the ball, and they need longer possessions. Well, what happens on the first one? Columbus with a 3 and out. But considering what Columbus's defense has done this year, they're only giving up about 57 yards a game rushing, 152 yards total on offense. So they have been dominant, not just offensively, but defensively. And then you look at 4 running clocks. Most second halves, they've only had a couple of possessions, which is kind of tough for the younger players, the subs that want to play. Those running clocks go by awful fast.
The injured player leaving the field for Edgewood was not number 33, Holden Port. It's number 53, Alex Matsky, who's helped to walk off toward the Edgewood sideline. We hope that Alex ends up being okay. Out of the injury timeout, 4th down and 5 for the Crusaders. They will punt away. Will Kelly, number 6, Carter Wiesicle does the punting for the Crusaders. Kicks it away. Bounces at the 45 of Columbus. Fielded near the 37-yard line. And a return up the right side. Comes out of bounds just outside the 45-yard line on the return for Brady Link, the senior wide receiver. Dennis, sophomores starting at quarterback for both of these teams. We mentioned Gannon Bagstad of Edgewood. Here comes Peyton Powers, the sophomore leading the way for the Columbus Cardinals.
Yeah, completing 61% of his passes, 12 touchdowns to 1 interception. Very efficient. He's also rushed 16 times, averaging 8.4 yards a carry. A dual threat quarterback.
And if you're a Columbus Cardinal fan, you know all about the dynamic running back number 0, Colton Brunell, one of the best players in the state of Wisconsin. More on him in a moment. 1st down and 10 for the Cardinals. Brunell gets the carry running right side. Powers forward, out beyond midfield into Edgewood territory and brought down near the 45-yard line. Columbus gets a 1st down. That's 10 yards for Brunell on the carry. Dennis, tell me about Colton Brunell. He is a superstar.
Well, he's averaging 8.9 yards a carry, 17 touchdowns this year. Just past the career mark of 6,000 yards last year. He's on target to end up as the all-time leading rusher in the state of Wisconsin. 4 regular season games here to go, and You know how long a playoff run they might have.
The all-time leading rusher in the state of Wisconsin. When I first saw that stat, I was amazed that could be the case. Brunell gets the carry again on 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. Barreling forward, he falls to the 40-yard line, gain of about 5. Let's call it 2nd down and 5 upcoming for the Columbus Cardinals. Under 10 minutes to go in the first quarter. No score. Columbus and Edgewood on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania on ESPN Wisconsin, presented by Hometown Glass and Improvement and Columbus Family Dental.
Going to be running a lot behind the center, Devin McCormick, who is a 3-year starter. Also, I like the size on the right side. Wyatt Graffin and Ray Guerrero. Guerrero, 6'5", 270, right tackle.
Ball on the right hash, 2 receivers left, 1 to the right, pistol formation. Powers awaits the snap, gets it, hands it off. Brunell running left, tries to get outside the block. He has it. Now cutting forward, 1st down yardage, and brought down shy of the 30-yard line. Outside the numbers, another powerful run for Colton Brunell. You can see the physical force of those offensive linemen for Columbus, setting up Brunell to have so much success. He moves the chains for the Cardinals, 1st and 10, continuing into Edgewood territory.
Yeah, another 1st down. They've had 3 plays, 2 first downs, and you got a horse, you're going to ride him. But when they need to, Peyton Powers will be there to complete some passes too. But it's fun just watching Brunell take on the defense.
On the left hash, 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Pistol formation again for the sophomore quarterback Powers. Man in motion left to right. Snap and a handoff, running Brunell again right side, runs right into an Edgewood defender. Flag is down. As it stands, it would be a loss of a yard, maybe 2. For Brunell, but let's check the flag with 8:44 to go in the first quarter. Awaiting the call. It looks like a hold, and it is against Columbus, so that'll back up the Cardinals. Something tells me the strategy doesn't change, though, Dennis, for our first time seeing Columbus this year. You still probably want to give it to Brunell here and work that clock and just continue to overpower the opponent. That's what has been the formula, leading Colton Brunell, having a chance of becoming the all-time leading rusher in the state of Wisconsin in high school football. Continues to amaze me that could be the case here coming up before the season's end.
They just pound the rock. That's all the Cardinals want to do right now.
Ball on the right hash, 1 receiver set to either side. Fake the give, pass over the middle of the field is caught in stride and all the way into the end zone. Touchdown, Columbus. Tight end Jefferson Mowbray hauls it in for 6. Number 1 ranked team in the state, wasting no time. The first pass of the game for the Cardinals results in 6 points on the board.
Yeah, Mowbray's 2nd touchdown of the year. He came in averaging 18.8 yards a carry. I think that'll go up a little bit on that 42-yard score.
On for the point after, Otto Andler, 28 of 32 on the season for the Cardinals. Snap is a little high, and it is partially deflected, so the point after attempt no good. Columbus 6, Edgewood nothing. 8:25 to go in the first quarter. You're listening to Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania on ESPN Wisconsin, powered by Hometown Glass and Improvement and Columbus Family Dental.
American drivers overpay an average of $368 per year on their auto insurance. Why? Because, well, insurance is hard. It's complicated. It's time-consuming to get quotes from multiple companies, so we overpay. Or we call Richards Insurance in Beaver Dam. Make one call and receive a quote from a great company like Auto Owners Insurance. The team at Richards Insurance will literally do all the work for you. So if you could be saving money each month with an Auto Owners Insurance policy, you'll know about it. How much will you save with Richards Insurance? To find out, call Richards Insurance or stop in at 123 North Spring Street, downtown Beaver Dam. With offices in Columbus, Watertown, West Bend, and Oshkosh. With over 50 employees and hundreds of years insurance experience across 5 offices, you'll get full-service counseling with no obligation. Your auto owner's insurance carrier is Richards Insurance in Beaver Dam. Call 887-1615.
We'll be there with you.
Richards Insurance of Beaver Dam.
6-0 Columbus leads Edgewood. 8:25 to go in the first quarter. Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania on ESPN Wisconsin, presented by Hometown Glass and Improvement and Columbus Family Dental. Jesse Nelson and the Dean, Dennis Semrau on Daily Dodge TV and 100.5 ESPN Madison. Dennis Semrau, the Columbus Cardinals strike first at Breese Stevens Field.
4 plays, 55 yards, 2:07 off the clock, 42-yard touchdown pass. Powers to Jefferson Mowbray. Remember, we have 2 Mowbrays. That is the senior Mowbray going to Mankato State next year.
Kickoff is all the way back near the goal line, and it does go over the goal line. Remember, in Wisconsin high school football, that any ball in the air that does cross the goal line, no matter what, is ruled a touchback. So the Crusaders will get the ball, first down and 10. And, Dennis, what does Edgewood have to do to try and avoid the 3-and-out that they experienced on their first offensive series?
Well, first of all, trying to get that running game going, but they picked up, 5 yards on 2 carries, incomplete pass first time around. So, again, they're trying to, the offensive linemen win their play, win each play. And right now the defensive line for Columbus is winning each play.
One receiver set to the far of either side. Ball spotted in the middle of the field. Gannon Bagstad, shotgun formation, takes the snap. Handoff Patterson trying to come up the middle, and he'll get just a couple of yards, maybe 2 on the carry. So a gain of, we'll call it 2 to set up second down and 8 for the Edgewood Crusaders.
Yeah, Brady Link's going to be there all the time, an all-conference defensive back last year. One of the 5 returning starters, two-way guy, too. And he's got a nose for the football.
Edgewood in their home burgundy uniforms, gold letters and numbers, white pants, white helmets, the Edgewood E on each side of the helmet. Columbus in their road white uniforms, red letters and numbers with the red Columbus Cardinal logo on either side of the white helmet. Bagstad to throw, rolling to the right side, and fires out of bounds innocently, setting up third down and 8 for the Crusaders.
Single coverage over there. That was Jordan Mowbray, Jefferson's brother, younger brother there on the one-on-one coverage. And that one was thrown out of bounds. He wasn't going to complete that one.
The Columbus Cardinals have had a great start to their season, looking to defend as Division IV state champions. They are undefeated 5-0, including 4 consecutive games that have featured a running clock, a 42-7 win at River Valley, 58-12 at Bigfoot, 49-7 against Lake Mills, and last week a 53-0 win over Beloit Turner. So here we go, third down and 8 for the Crusaders, looking to stay in this game. Bagstad throws, left side, bobbled, incomplete near the left sideline. Intended for Joe Paulus, the senior wide receiver. Couldn't quite haul it in. Would have been near a first down had he been able to do so. Instead, out comes the punting unit for Edgewood, a second consecutive 3-and-out for the Crusaders.
Yeah, Luke Hall and Riley Knockreiner over there on the coverage. And again, 2 possessions, 2 3-and-outs.
Columbus leading 6-0, 7:34 to go in the first quarter. And the Cardinals about to get the football back. Here's the snap for the punt. Pressure coming. It's kicked away cleanly and hauled in at the 48-yard line on the return. Link trying to shake one defender, now 2 steps backward, runs into his own man, and is dragged down at the 46-yard line. I liked what Link was trying to do there, but he just ran out of real estate, bumping into his own man, and he actually lost a yard or so on that return.
That was Jordan Mowbray, number 8, again, trying to get out of the way, but you don't quite know where the guy's juking back and forth, a little deke there. So, but again, a shorter field. It was a 55-yard drive, and this time we're on the 47, so 53 yards away from pay dirt.
Pretty good crowd here tonight on an overcast evening as what was left of the sun on a cloudy day sets on Breese Stevens Field, week 6 of the high school football season. Columbus and Edgewood. And a timeout is called by head coach Jesse Norris of the Edgewood Crusaders with 7:22 to go in the first quarter. I wonder what Coach Norris wants to talk about here, Dennis. You don't see that too often, calling a timeout right after the change of possession. What do you think Coach Norris is thinking there?
We had one of those earlier this year where if they're just not quite satisfied with a set, rather than giving up a play, maybe a big play, might as well use the timeout now. Usually you see that earlier in the season when teams are trying to find their mojo, kind of what their rhythm for the offense or defense. But again, Columbus is Coach Norris must have seen something in that formation that had him alerted to what they called. Again, you don't want to give up another big play right here. You want Columbus to earn it. Last week in that route over Beloit Turner, a lot of short touchdown runs there, 5 touchdowns for Brunel. And if you're going to give them up, you want those. You don't want that 50-yarder coming, which he can do at any time. That's what's interesting. You never know when he touches the ball what's going to happen.
Out of the timeout, sophomore quarterback Peyton Powers ready to lead the Columbus Cardinals on their second offensive series of the night. The first resulted in a touchdown pass to Jefferson Mowbray, the senior tight end. Here's first down. Brunel running forward, 2, maybe 3 to the 49-yard line. Second down and 7 upcoming for the Columbus Cardinals, just shy of midfield.
Yeah, it was a nice tackle, and there was that 54? Yeah, that was Kodiak. Lanham helped him up after the pile. Nothing wrong with that. You make the tackle and help the guy up, get ready for the next play.
Under 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. Second down and 7. Columbus with a 6-0 lead over Edgewood. Ball near the left hash. 2 receivers set to the right. Nobody on the left. This time Powers wants to throw right side. Has a man too far out in front of the intended receiver, I should say, number 2, Brady Link, the senior. One of the leading receivers on the season for the Columbus Cardinals. 8 catches, 109 yards, and 3 touchdowns. He may have been thinking 6 had that throw been a little more in his realm. Instead, now third down and 7 for Columbus.
Oh, and you got a running back like Brunel. You can take a chance there. Now you make it a third and long. But good field position. If they don't pick up the first down, they're going to be able to flip the field and keep Edgewood pinned inside their 20.
It's a big defensive stand early in this game for the Edgewood Crusaders. 6:45 to go first quarter. 3rd and 7 Columbus, just shy of midfield. Here's the snap. Powers steps up in the pocket, throws, middle of the field, hauled in, complete. And again, it's Mowbray. Had the touchdown reception on the last drive here. He catches it over the middle of the field, tackled at the 35-yard line, moving the chains into Crusader territory. First down, Columbus.
That's some pretty good receivers. Mowbray only had 5 catches coming into this game, or 4 rather. So he's got half of what he had for the season. But again, when you're dominating teams with the run, they haven't had to throw too many times. Powers coming in. What was he averaging? About 10 pass attempts a game. It'll take about 8 pass attempts. So
I can see why. 2 receivers set to the right, 1 to the left. Pistol formation for Powers, the sophomore quarterback. Takes the snap, steps up, wants to throw again, goes right side, has Mowbray, and too far out in front of an incomplete. Looked like Mowbray may have gotten a little turned around trying to haul that football in. Second down and 10 for Columbus. Clock stops with 6:08 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, Edgewood's got a pretty good defensive line. When I was talking to Coach Selgrad earlier this week, he said, yeah, Kitzmiller and Coates, 2 of the veteran linemen, are pretty tough. And then you got Ashton Fickle, the sophomore, on the other end. So they're going to run the ball a little bit, but they see something in that secondary that they're trying to exploit right now.
Second down and 10 for Columbus. At the 35-yard line of Edgewood, leading this game 6-0 early. Powers in a pistol formation, man in motion right to left. Here's the snap. Powers steps up, wants to throw again. Brunel out of the backfield. Looks like that's where Powers wants to go with it, and he's too far out in front of Brunel. Incomplete. And this Edgewood defense, Dennis, it seems has made an adjustment on this drive. Even though they gave up the first down pass completion, they are causing a little more commotion for Columbus to get in a groove offensively, facing third down now and 10.
Yeah, they are. It's good to see Brunel out there. He's got only 1 catch this year for 17 yards. But see him coming out of the backfield. They're trying to exploit the defense a little bit. But, yeah, Edgewood's hanging tough in there. If you can get a punt or turn the ball over on downs here, that'd be a big plus for this Crusader team that is facing almost an insurmountable task against Columbus.
Ball on the left hash, 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Pistol formation. Powers takes the snap, wants to throw right side, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. Incomplete. Riley Nackreiner, the senior, went up to go get it. It went right through his hands. It slipped a little bit. It is a little wet out there. It's been kind of misty throughout the course of the day into the evening here at Breese Stevens Field. Now 4th down and 10, Columbus, with 5:57 to go in the first quarter. And let's see what Coach Selgrad decides to do here. At the Edgewood 35 with a 6-0 lead. You're the number 1 ranked team in the state, the defending state champions. If you want to assert your presence, this could be an opportunity to do so, facing 4th and long. Kind of no man's land here with 4th and 10.
Cardinals starting 3 sophomores in the offensive line this year, reloading there. That shows a lot of confidence in the guys going for it this early in the game.
The offense is lining up for it to go for it. They will. Powers is going to throw left-hand side into double coverage. Incomplete. There was some contact, but no flag. Edgewood forces a turnover on downs.
Yeah, that was awful tough there. Looked like there might have been a little physical contact there with 51 with Seth Myers had his back, I think, to the play. But when you're the big dogs, you're not going to get a lot of calls like that, I don't think, from the officials. So
that's a huge play for the Edgewood defense to come up strong and stop Columbus as they were moving into Crusader territory. Now decent starting field position for Edgewood at their own 35-yard line. 5:51 to go in the first quarter. Trailing 6-0, it's Crusader football. One receiver set to either side, stacked formation in the pistol. Here is Bagstad. Takes the snap, hands it off. Patterson running left side, barreling into the pile, but a bunch of Columbus defenders are there waiting for him. He got maybe back to the line of scrimmage and maybe a half-yard more. And they'll give him the 36 to set up 2nd down and 9 for Edgewood.
Yeah, Devin McCormick, 58, and Jack Relke, 65, met him in the hole there, and they were not going to be budged from their spot. This is a tough defensive line for the Edgewood offense to have to come up against.
Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania on ESPN Wisconsin, presented by Hometown Glass and Improvement and Columbus Family Dental. We're on Daily Dodge TV with our friends at ESPN Beaver Dam, as well as 100.5 ESPN Madison for tonight's game, Week 6 of the high school football season. Bagstad, quarterback keeper, designed run, faked the give, took it himself, but he barely got back to the line of scrimmage. In fact, based on where the official's walking up for this play, he may have lost a half a yard. Another 3rd down and long for Edgewood. Yeah, they'll move that back just beyond the 35-yard line, which was the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, just over 35, so I think there'll be a no gain, but it's still 3rd and 9 here. And Bagstad has rushed 22 times, only 41 yards. He hasn't had a lot of success with it this year, but trying to change things up a little bit. Offensive line for the Crusaders, just not able to move the Columbus defensive line much.
It does appear that Edgewood is in no hurry on offense right now. They want to take their time and let their defense rest after being on the field for the majority of this first quarter. And now Coach Jesse Norris will call a second timeout in just a couple of minutes to talk things over with the offensive unit. 4:12 to go in the first quarter. 6-0 Columbus leads Edgewood here on ESPN Wisconsin. It's Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania on ESPN Wisconsin, presented by Hometown Glass and Improvement and Columbus Family Dental. We'll keep it right here. Jesse Nelson and the Dean Dennis Semrau. Ninja Justin Wileski on the video stream here tonight. Prep Mania on ESPN Madison, brought to you in part by the GRB Academy. Baseball for the serious player. The GRB Academy wants to be part of your plan to reach your potential. Utilize GRB Academy's 52,000 square foot facility, 14 batting cages, and 6,000 square foot weight room. Personal lessons available year-round with over 300 college players and over 150 D1 players. GRB leads the way in the Midwest for college recruitment and player development. Visit grbacademy.com for more information.
So, Hall Monitor with Wilde and Taus during the week. They talk about colleges playing on Friday night. This is one of my pet peeves that this should be for the high schools.
So with Tausch now in as the color commentator for the Badgers, he said personally he loves the Friday night game, but he does believe that Friday night should be left alone for the high school athletes to enjoy.
All about TV money.
Out of the timeout, Edgewood facing 3rd and 9. Stepping up, Bagstad throws middle of the field, incomplete. He had 2 potential intended receivers right there near the midfield mark, but it's batted down, incomplete. Good play by the Columbus defense. That was Riley Nackreiner, the senior, who helped knock it down. So out of the timeout, Edgewood cannot convert the 3rd down, and the punting unit comes out for the 3rd time tonight. Carter Wiesicle averaging 38 yards per punt on the season, entering play this evening. Columbus return man standing back near the 30-yard line. Wiesicle gets this one in the air. It'll take a bounce and a good Columbus bounce as it comes all the way back up near the 45-yard line where the Crusaders are able to knock it down. We'll see where they officially spot this. I think they're going to call it the 43-yard line.
Looks like about, oh, no. Give him an extra one there.
Give him the 44. That's where Columbus will begin its next offensive series, holding a 6-0 lead over Edgewood. And Dennis, what went wrong for the Cardinals on the last series, if you're Coach Andrew Selgrad talking to the offense on the sideline in between possessions?
Well, they were trying to exploit something passing-wise, but 4 straight incomplete passes. Did not see that. But maybe an aspect of the game they wanted to work on coming into tonight.
They'll go back to Brunel's side, shifting a couple of defenders, skipping
nice.
his way down the sideline. Another tackle avoided and finally pushed out of bounds near the 30-yard line of Edgewood. Big gain, Colton Brunel. That's why he's so good. Using the blocking up front, making a few defenders miss, and a huge gain for the Cardinals.
I think with Lodi coming up next week, sometimes teams will put some plays in just to give the next opponent a few things to think about. So they wanted to see what they could do with a passing game, but go back to your horse and great run.
3:37 and counting to go in the first quarter. First down Columbus at the Edgewood 32-yard line. Here's the snap on the left hash. It's another handoff. Brunel going up the middle, spun around, stays on his feet inside the 30, down to the 29. Gain of 3, second down and 7 for the Cardinals.
Yeah, there was 24 yards on the previous carry there. So big play. And they've been living in the Edgewood territory right here. So the defense is just kind of hanging. They've only given up 6 points. But Cardinals will be knocking at the door here shortly. Just a few yards and they're going to be in the red zone.
Approaching 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. 6-0 Columbus leads Edgewood. Cardinal football at Breese Stevens Field, home of Forward Madison FC. Number of concerts here throughout the course of the year. Ultimate Frisbee. Multi-purpose event. And an iconic piece of land here in the greater Madison area, downtown.
Get a false start here.
Looks like a false start on the flag here. Yep, it is against Columbus, so that'll back up the Cardinals 5 yards. Still second down for Columbus. 2:45, and the clock runs again. Cardinals leading 6-0.
Yeah, so far 6 carries, 52 yards for Brunel. So doing what he does best, and see if they put his hands on the ball again in this series.
Second down and 12 for Columbus. Here's the snap.
Nope.
Powers fakes the give, wants to throw, pressure coming, trying to elude it to the right, scrambling right, wants to look downfield. Powers will scamper out of bounds. Got to the 30-yard line, so he actually did gain a couple of yards back after that play. Looked like it was dead to rights. Nice ability extending the play by Powers to set up a manageable third down opportunity for the Columbus Cardinals.
Yeah, he didn't see anything downfield. Good coverage in secondary by Edgewood. So just eat it and see what you can pick up there. Just don't throw a pick right here.
Third down, and I think we're going to call this 11 to go.
About the 31. Which side of the? Hard to tell here with the way the lines are.
And again, no
Looks
field
like
markers on the field here at Breese Stevens Field.
Looks like about 3rd and 9 here, just looking at the
Okay, we'll
sticks.
call it 3rd down and 9 then for Columbus. Powers on the right hash takes the snap. One receiver sets to either side. Nope, give it to Brunel. Brunel running left. He's denied but stays on his feet. Second chance opportunity. Gets back to the line of scrimmage in the 30-yard line. So a gain of another 1 yard for Brunel, but the Edgewood defense was waiting for him. Well prepared to stop the run. 4th down and 8 for Columbus.
Yeah, good job there in the secondary. Defensive line looked like it was a 90, but it's tough to see the numbers when the jerseys get folded. I believe that was 50 on that tackle. Yeah, Kitzmiller stayed with the play, and that's what, with Brunel, you got to wrap him up right away. If you give him an inch, he's going to take a mile on you.
Columbus offense is on the field for 4th down and 8. 90 seconds to go in the first quarter, leading 6-0 at the Edgewood 30. Line to gain is the 22. Here's the snap. Powers wants to throw. Pressure coming. Powers throws downfield. Has a man in stride. It is caught for a first down. Tackle made just short of the 15-yard line. Move it forward, Columbus. That's a huge play for the Cardinal offense.
Again, number 3, Jefferson Mowbray with the catch.
When in doubt, go to the tight end. He had the score earlier in the quarter. He had a big catch on the last drive, and now Mowbray keeps this drive alive into the red zone for Columbus, approaching 1 minute to play in the opening quarter.
Yeah, can you tell here what yard line that is? It's hard to see from up our vantage point. They're in the red zone.
I'm going to say the 11-yard line, yeah. Looks like it's just shy of the line to gain there, and yeah, I think that is the... Or maybe the 16-yard line. 16-yard line. First down carry. Brunel running left side. Shakes one tackler. Spinning forward. Tackled just shy of the 10-yard line. Gain of 5 for Colton Brunel. 30 seconds to go now in the first quarter. We'll see if Columbus gets one more play. 6-0, Columbus leads Edgewood. Capital Conference, Week 6 of the high school football season. Jesse Nelson, Dennis Semrau, Ninja on the video. Riley Yauk producing back in our Everlight Solar Studios at 100.5 ESPN Madison, right across the street from Breese Stevens Field. Ball on the left hash. Columbus comes to the line. 5 seconds to go in the quarter. Will Powers snap it? Yes, he does. Giving Brunel, running right side. Can he get the block outside the numbers? Nope. Edgewood is waiting for him. Brunel with nowhere to go, and as the quarter ends, Brunel is pushed out of bounds. That is the end of the first quarter. Third down upcoming for Columbus in the red zone, holding a 6-0 lead when we come back. You're listening to Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania on ESPN Wisconsin, presented by Hometown Glass and Improvement and Columbus Family Dental.
Hey, it's Stacy with Slumberland, Beaver Dam in Watertown. Stop in and see everything that our store has to offer. We built it just for you. We have mattresses, box springs, power bases, bedroom sets, furniture, living room sets, dining sets, everything that you would need to complete your entire home. We've got our interest-free financing and a really great local staff here to help you. So you've got all local people here to help you out from start to finish for anything that you would need. So stop in, shop local, and save big with us.
At Summit Ford Beaver Dam, we are committed to serving the customers in our community, to bringing you into our dealership and making the buying process easy, fun, stress-free, and memorable. Thank you for choosing us and voting us Dodge County's best place to buy a new or used vehicle. Stop in today for a test drive and to see how we can help you find the car of your dreams. Summit Ford Beaver Dam.
Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania on ESPN Wisconsin, presented by Hometown Glass and Improvement and Columbus Family Dental on Daily Dodge TV and 100.5 ESPN Madison. Jesse Nelson along with the Dean of Area High School Sports, Dennis Semrau. Ninja on the video production. Second quarters, Columbus leads Edgewood 6-0, and the Cardinals facing third down and 8 to go at the 14-yard line. Pass right side out of the timeout, staying on the sidelines, up the sideline toward the end zone. The official is down with an injury, it would appear. He got a little shaken up, and he still remains down. We haven't seen a touchdown indicated from any of the officiating staff. I'm not sure if that's actually a score for Brady Link, number 2, the wide receiver for Columbus. He had the catch complete, definitely had first down yardage. I'm not sure if he stayed in bounds to get inside the pylon for the score. And now we're also checking on the official here. A lot happening on the far right sideline. Columbus leading 6-0. And it does appear that Link stepped out of bounds for Columbus. So the ball will be spotted first and goal for the Cardinals.
This looks like at the 5-yard line.
I think that's correct, Dennis. So we'll call it the 5-yard line. It's right on the line coming across the middle of the field. Again, at this stadium, Breese Stevens Field, it's a soccer stadium. Forward Madison still continuing its season here well into the fall, so all the lines primarily indicating soccer, so everything's a little bit faded, especially on a night like this with some rain throughout the course of the day, and it's just a little difficult to see. Brunel gets the carry, heading to the goal line, soaring over into the end zone. Touchdown, Columbus. Colton Brunel. His 18th rushing touchdown of the season, and one of the best rushers in Wisconsin high school football history, extends Columbus's lead early in the second quarter.
All right, away. Give it to the horse. Punches it in there. Nice conversion on the previous play on third down, and that pass play. It sets up the touchdown run. Number 18 of the season for Brunel.
Otto Andler on for the point after attempt. Missed the first one, had it blocked. This one goes straight through the uprights. Good. 13-0. Columbus leads Edgewood with 11:47 to go in the second quarter. Jesse Nelson, Dennis Semrau, Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania on ESPN Wisconsin, presented by Hometown Glass and Improvement and Columbus Family Dental. Also want to thank some of our partners involved in this broadcast on Daily Dodge TV tonight. That includes Prairie Ridge Health, McKinstry's Home Furnishings, Klodowski Real Estate, and Beaver Dam Tire and Service. McKinstry's Home Furnishings. Dennis, I bought one of my first end tables for the apartment that I lived at in Beaver Dam from McKinstry's Home Furnishings. Appreciate Sandy and the entire crew over at McKinstry's. They've been a staple of downtown Beaver Dam for so many years and continue to do great work. 13-0. Columbus leads Edgewood with 11:47 to go in the second quarter at Breese Stevens Field. Cardinals #1 ranked, defending Division IV state champions. They enter 5-0 on the season, including a perfect 3-0 in Capital Conference play. 4 consecutive running clock games, meaning they had a lead of 35 points or more in the second half.
That was a 9-play, 56-yard drive, 4 minutes and 11 seconds. So Columbus very efficient. They were able to pick up 2 third down, actually 1 fourth down and 1 third down conversion on that drive.
And I think, Dennis, as we look back at this game, if Columbus is able to extend this lead further and ultimately come away with a victory, Edgewood's defense was playing the Cardinals tough up until that 4th down conversion on 4th and 8, I think it was. And then from that point on, Edgewood was able to, or Columbus, I should say, was able to kind of take care of business throughout the course of the remainder of the drive. Kickoff return comes back up the right sideline, out near the 20-yard line. We'll see where the ball is officially spotted here as Edgewood takes over on offense. 1st down and 10 with 11:40 to go in the second quarter. 13-0. The Columbus Cardinals lead the Edgewood Crusaders.
So Columbus has extended its streak. They have now outscored their opponents in the first quarter, 83-zip. Second quarter coming in now, it's 106-13 at this point. So you can see where they've done a lot of their damage this year.
Bagstad to throw for Edgewood on 1st down. A quick pass to the right sideline, incomplete. Crusaders now facing 2nd down and 10. Dennis, I know it's easy for us to say it up here in the press box compared to the players executing down there, but if Edgewood could just set up manageable, pick up 5-6 yards if possible on a 1st down, set up a manageable 2nd and 3rd down opportunity, that feels like it could just help sustain a drive and keep that offense, just even shake the field position game up a little bit. Just facing 2nd and 3rd down and long on each of these drives has been difficult to overcome.
Yeah, their drives, they picked up 1, 2, 1, and now an incomplete pass. First play on their first 4 drives. So behind, they're not quite behind the sticks, but they're not getting where they need to be on 1st, 2nd down.
Shotgun formation, ball in the right hash. Bagstad fakes the give, wants to throw deep, one-on-one coverage, has a man, incomplete near midfield, intended for Jasper Alleman. 6 catches on the year for 157 yards, one of the go-to receivers for Bagstad, but he threw it a little too far out of his stretch, incomplete. Now 3rd down and 10 for Edgewood with 11:31 to go in the second quarter.
Axel Lane was the defender there, and you could see a little burst right at the end for the Edgewood receiver, but pass was too far.
The Edgewood Crusaders 1-4 on the season, including a winless record 0-3 in Capital Conference play. They've played in some tight games, just haven't emerged victorious thus far in conference play. 3rd and 10. Bagstad wants to throw. Now rolling right as the pocket collapses. Bagstad breaks 1 tackle, stays on his feet, diving forward, trying to get near the 1st down line to gain. Did not get enough, and the punting unit, I would imagine, will come back out for the Crusaders. Bagstad brought down near the 25-yard line. They'll give him 7 yards on the carry. For a broken play, Bagstad made the most of it, running right at a couple of Columbus defenders. But, 4th down and 3, and sure enough, here comes the punting unit out for Edgewood again.
It'll be the 4th straight 3 and out. Columbus defense doing its job. Edgewood just not able to get anything going. Still no 1st downs.
Weisickel's 4th punt of the night. Good snap pressure coming. Weisikel boots this one away, and it's a good one. Fielded all the way back at the 38-yard line, running the other direction. And now Link trying to get outside the numbers near midfield, and he runs out of bounds at the 49-yard line. That's where Columbus will begin in Edgewood territory with 10:31 to go in the second quarter. 13-0. Columbus leads Edgewood. ESPN Beaver Dam, ESPN Madison bringing you this broadcast tonight at Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania on ESPN Wisconsin, presented by Hometown Glass and Improvement and Columbus Family Dental. So, Dennis, we've wanted to see Columbus in the regular season for a few years now. Here we are seeing them, and they look as dominant as we've expected.
Yes, and not able to connect quite on the passing tonight. They've had some big pass plays, a little inconsistent there, but they're able to move the sticks and put the ball in the end zone twice.
Brunel gets the carry on first down, and he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Lost a yard back to midfield on the right hash. 2 Edgewood defenders waiting for him. 2nd down and 11 for the Columbus Cardinals with 10:15 to go in the second quarter. 2nd down and 11 for the number 1 ranked team in the state.
Yeah, Brunel came in. That was with 10 carries for 66 yards. So now 11 for 65. Nothing spectacular, just very consistent. They had that 24-yard one that really turned the tables there in the last drive.
On the right hash, 2 receivers left. Here's the snap throwing right. It's intercepted by Edgewood. A turnover forced by the Crusader defense. And it's Aiden Fickle, the linebacker, who hauls in the pick. On the night in which his dad is coaching in West Lafayette, Aiden Fickle comes away with the interception and gives Edgewood its first positive play of the night, getting the ball in Columbus territory with 9:47 to go in the second quarter.
And according to the stats, it's his first career interception here at Edgewood.
Wonder if Coach Fickle was able to catch that at halftime on Daily Dodge TV from West Lafayette, seeing his son come away with an interception. And the Crusaders have the football, 1st down and 10 in Columbus territory. Here's the snap. Bagstad trying to get it away.
Some good pressure there for Columbus.
Yeah, the Columbus defense was all over him.
And
they're going to say it was a catch as he threw it downfield. I wasn't sure if that's what the ruling was going to be, but it is at the 43-yard line for a gain of 5 yards. So 9:41 to go second quarter. Edgewood gain of 5, 2nd and 5 for the Crusaders at the Columbus 43.
That's a tough one. Brunel right in there on the blitz linebacker. Was right in his grill, but able to get rid of it. Still looking for the first down here.
Now you mentioned Brunel. That is Colton Brunel, the running back, the superstar running back, closing in on a Wisconsin high school record for rushing yards, who does play both sides of the ball, as many players do for Columbus. Edgewood has some players that does that as well. 2nd and 5 for the Crusaders. Line to gain the 38-yard line. Here's the snap. Bagstad gives Patterson running forward, nowhere to go. Maybe a yard.
Almost like a rugby scrum in there. You get the pile of bodies, and Columbus just not moving. So it looked like about a loss of 1, I believe, in that.
Yeah, they're
one.
actually going to rule that a loss of 1. It looks like they're at best it was no gain, maybe a half-yard loss. We'll call it 3rd down and 5. Under 9 minutes to go. Edgewood taking its time, trying to draw up the right call here. They have yet to achieve a first down in this game. A little over 1 quarter in, trailing 13-0 to the number 1 ranked team in the state. Bagstad in a shotgun formation, takes the snap, fakes the give. Bagstad wants to throw, has a man, left side, it's hauled in, and the catch is made at the 30-yard line. Tackled immediately, but a great catch on the run.
Was that number?
And that's Tanner Krantz, number 5, the senior tight end, who brought that pass in. Great throw, stepping up by Bagstad into pressure, and a great catch by Krantz on the left-hand side of the field to the 29-yard line of Columbus. The first down of the night, I should say, for Edgewood. And the Crusaders are on the move here in the second quarter, looking to capitalize on the interception.
15 yards on that completion. And once again, Bagstad got drilled after he got rid of it.
1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Here's the snap. Yep. Bagstad.
We got a flag.
With pressure coming.
And legal procedure. Ball start.
That is, in fact, the call. So 5 yards back for the Crusaders. That's up 1st down and 15 now, with 8:08 to go in the second quarter. Only the 2nd interception thrown this season by Peyton Powers. Came into the game 12 touchdown passes, just 1 interception. Make it now 2 as Aiden Fickle got him near midfield.
Edgewood's defense hanging in there. I mean, 2 touchdowns here for Columbus, but they haven't given up that huge play or quick. Columbus can score 2 or 3 touchdowns in a matter of a couple of minutes. So they're hanging out there. Offense just needs to give them a little bit of breather. Needs to extend this drive.
Ball on the left hash on 1st and 15. Here's the snap and the give. It's a rush up the middle for a gain of maybe 2 yards. On the carry, number 20, Joe Paulus, the wide receiver, was lined up in the running back spot there.
Wyatt Graffin, number 70, just burst right through that pile and pulled him down. It looked like it was going to be a lot longer gain. Graffin did a nice stop there.
2nd down and 13 for the Edgewood Crusaders with 7 minutes to go in the second quarter, trailing 13-0. Jesse Nelson, Dennis Semrau, Ninja on the video production tonight. Riley Yauk at the Everlight Solar Studios at ESPN Madison. Edgewood ball, 2nd down and 13. Shotgun formation, nobody in the backfield except for Bagstad. He has it, throws left side, incomplete. That ball skipped on the turf as it was intended for Alleman on the left-hand side. Now 3rd and 13 for Edgewood. Dennis, you thinking 4-down territory here if you're Jesse Norris?
Yeah, I think so. What Columbus says, pinning them back a few extra yards is not going to make a difference. They need to put some points up on the board here, and they need to keep their own defense off the field here for a little bit. But after 4 straight 3-and-outs, this is a nice drive here going, but you're still behind the sticks. And then move the ball back just a little bit. Always surprised. Hey, wait a minute. I thought we were on this yard line. Your quarterback say that occasionally. Nope, and we got a timeout. Number 3. Well, whether he's trying to get the defense some rest by doing this or they're seeing something, but what's the saying? Use them or lose them. Well, Jesse used all 3 of his timeouts in the first half.
Edgewood's out of them with 6:45 to go in the second quarter, 13-0. Columbus leads Edgewood as the Crusaders face a pivotal 3rd down and long here in the mid stages of the second quarter. Jesse Nelson, Dennis Semrau. Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania on ESPN Wisconsin, presented by Hometown Glass and Improvement and Columbus Family Dental. Tonight's broadcast on Daily Dodge TV is also brought to you by Slumberland in Beaver Dam and Watertown, Silica for your home, White Construction, Summit Ford, and Surefire.
One other big game going on across town here. Middleton, Janesville, Craig in a Big 8 battle. Both teams 4-1, 2-1 in the conference. Verona in first place, 3-0 in that league. So that's a big one in the Big 8 and the capital over here on this side of town.
Week 6 of the high school football season. Yeah, some good ones around the greater Madison area. Sun Prairie West visiting Wanakee tonight. A real gut check to see if West is for real against the juggernaut that is the Wanakee Warriors.
Well, after they got beat by East last week and Wanakee demoralized East, Wanakee is just on another level.
Out of the timeout, here's Bagstad, takes the snap, rolling right, fires downfield, too far, incomplete for his intended receiver over on the far right side.
Tough throw, left-hander rolling to his right. Didn't really get his feet set there, but tremendous pressure by Columbus defense.
And it appears we have another injured Crusader player over on the far right side. If I saw correctly, and I always hate speculating when it comes to seeing the number of an injured player, but I do believe that was Tanner Krantz, number 5. Still seated on the field. And I tell you what, let's go ahead and take an injury timeout here, I think, while they tend to Krantz. 6:39 to go in the second quarter. 13-0, Columbus leads Edgewood. Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania on ESPN Wisconsin, presented by Hometown Glass and Improvement and Columbus Family Dental.
If this heat has you realizing it's time to upgrade your home's air conditioning, don't waste another minute or another dollar on wasted energy. Call Surefire today to see how much you could save with a new, high-efficiency Lennox air conditioning system. Stay cool and stay calm knowing Surefire is here for you with 24/7 customer service. Call us at 920-485-4883 or visit us online at surefireinc.com.
Are you ready for peace of mind? Chad Guzzi here, owner of Air Care in Beaver Dam. If you're tired of unexpected repair bills, you want to sign up for our Total Care plan. It ensures top performance and prolonged life of your heating and air conditioning equipment. Air Care's Total Care customers receive annual inspections as well as a reduced maintenance rate plus a 10% discount on all service repairs. Air Care, big enough to serve you, small enough to care. 920-356-8860.
Zimmer Honda's Prep Mania on ESPN Wisconsin, presented by Hometown Glass and Improvement and Columbus Family Dental. Jesse Nelson and the Dean of Area High School Sports, Dennis Semrau, stepping in for Mike and Tim tonight for those of you watching on Daily Dodge TV with ESPN Beaver Dam. Of course, we're the normal people. If you're listening to us on 100.5 ESPN Madison, we appreciate you joining us under the Friday night lights. Not college football, high school football here in Week 6 of the Wisconsin high school football season. The injured Edgewood Crusader player still being tended to on the far sidelines with 6:39 to go in the second quarter. He appears to be getting off the field okay. Meanwhile, Dennis Semrau is checking his phone, giving me the thumbs up. What's going on, Dennis?
Wow, Badgers 21-3. Love it. Braylon Allen with a touchdown run.
You love to see it. Starting fast, the Badgers are, for a change.
21-3, yes.
You love to see it. Badgers haven't lost since 1997 at Purdue. What were you doing in 1997, Dennis?
Covering high school sports for the Capital Times. And I think I just started covering the Brewers at that point, but that's when they were terrible.
Do you want me to tell you what I was doing in 1997?
Yeah, what grade?
I believe I was in Mrs. Denuzer's first grade class, learning how to write without leaving space between the words.
Yeah, most of you guys at the station don't even remember the Badgers back then.
6:39 to go out of the injury timeout. 4th down for Edgewood. This is a big play on offense in this game. Bagstad steps up. Pressure coming, and Columbus got him. A turnover on downs forced by the Cardinal defense. Columbus gets it back. The interception by Aiden Fickle goes for naught, and the Columbus Cardinals, with a 13-0 lead, come back out onto the offensive side of the field.
Yeah, Devin McCormick, 58, with a tremendous pressure. Connor Roach, a linebacker, finished him off there, and another body, I'm sure, on the other side. I couldn't see, but great pressure there, and Banks did not stand a chance. They were in his grill from the word go. And now we have a Columbus player down.
And another player is injured. This time it is a Columbus Cardinal who is down near where that play concluded with 6:33 to go in the second quarter.
So 4:39, so loss of 7 on that sack. Ouch. That hurts for Edgewood now. Defense has got to come out here and keep this a 2-score game. But Edgewood took the kickoff. Columbus, you don't want to give up a touchdown. Columbus has first possession of the second half, and they can get to running clock status really quickly. So these next 6 minutes, they say the last 4 minutes, first 4 minutes of the second half. That's what Chris Horror likes to talk about all the time. And I trust him being a Texas football player and a former Badger. I agree with him on that one. Right now, it's going to be a major defensive stand. But Edgewood at least didn't go 4 and out or 3 and out for the first time, but still not able to get the ball into the red zone.
Prep Mania brought to you in part by Canopy Wealth Management. They have a balanced approach to help guide you through a complex and ever-changing landscape. Throughout your family's financial planning journey, they will serve as a partner, advocate, and steward to help achieve your goals with confidence. At Canopy Wealth Management, they believe that values matter and strengthen the community. When you work with Canopy, care, competence, and clarity isn't a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started today.
So what do you think? Columbus could go. I like the quick strike idea. Come out of this. You got a good stop on your defense and try to hit them right away. Or just give it to your horse and just grind it out here.
If you're Columbus, I think, Dennis, you get the second half kickoff. You can go down and score here, drain some clock, double up, and really put this game out of reach. Here's the first snap of the drive. Brunel gets the carry, running forward, spinning his way forward. First down yardage to the 49 in midfield. Colton Brunel. He is so difficult to stop. So many teams have had a tough time trying to stop him. Edgewood has done a relatively decent job containing him tonight, but Brunel there picks up 11 and a first down for the Cardinals.
Only a second carry of the period. He had a 1-yard carry on the previous drive, and then Edgewood just had a long drive. So But, yeah, give it to your horse right up the middle. That's pick up a first down for you in the first play.
Ball right at midfield, just off center to the right. Here's Brunel again, gets the carry. This time the Edgewood defense is waiting for him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain, maybe a yard as he fell forward on the pile. And now passing the midway point of the second quarter, under 6 minutes to go in the second period, 13-0. Columbus with the football, leading Edgewood.
And what makes Brunel so tough is you keep pounding ball, and eventually the defense doesn't want to try to tackle him, or they just get frustrated. You wear them down, and then you turn it over to your reserves.
The ball is spotted almost as directly in the middle of the field as it could possibly be. Right in the middle of the midfield circle for forward Madison FC. 2nd down and 10. Columbus football looking to throw. Powers rolls right, now steps up, throws incomplete. Too far out in front of his intended receiver. I actually thought if Powers would have kept that and ran, he might have had a chance to pick up the first down yardage.
Yeah, he had room there, but he saw Jefferson Mowbray on a little square-out pattern and thought he'd try to put it in his hands, but nope. Good mobility there. Escaped the rush, rolled to his right, and had a good shot at it. But again, not quite set there on that throw, and it sailed on him a little bit.
Now 3rd down and 10 for Columbus with 5:22 to go in the second quarter. And if you're the Cardinals, this could be another situation where you're thinking 4-down territory. It worked well on the last drive, which resulted in a score. So you could consider that option if you're Coach Andrew Selgrad. We'll see what the Cardinals do if they're in that position. 2 receivers set to the right, 1 to the left. Pistol formation. Powers, the sophomore quarterback, takes the snap. Pressure coming. Steps up in the pocket. Fires middle of the field. Completed to Brady Link. Link has first down yardage inside the 40, out near the 37-yard line of the Edgewood Crusaders. First down, Columbus on the big throw and catch. Powers to Link.
Great slant pattern and great catch. Had both his hands out there, reeled that in, and then tried to make something happen. Couldn't quite get through. A good recovery by the Edgewood defense to hold that to about a 13-yard catch, 13-yard play.
Gain of 13 to the 37, first down and 10. Columbus under 5 minutes to go in the second quarter, leading Edgewood 13-0. The defending Division IV state champions. 2 receivers left, nobody to the right side, near side. Here's the snap. Powers wants to throw. It was batted at the line of scrimmage. It's up for grabs, and it's intercepted again by the Edgewood defense.
Jack Halloran on the interception there.
Peyton Powers entered this game having thrown 1 interception on the season. He has thrown 2 in the second quarter. Edgewood turns Columbus over again with 4:41 to go before the half. I tell you what, Dennis, the Edgewood defense is doing all it can to keep them in this game and to keep their playoff hopes alive with a win tonight.
Yeah, the only saving grace for Columbus, it's like a long punt. Now what you want to do is you want to get another stop here, maybe force a turnover, and you got a very short field. But for Edgewood, holding Columbus to 2 touchdowns here in the first half, and when they've been just dominating teams all season long, that bodes well coming into the second half.
4:41 to go in the second quarter, 13-0. Columbus leads Edgewood. It's the Crusaders football all the way back inside their own 20-yard line. Here's the snap. Bagstad hands it off, running forward. Gain of a couple of yards. Again, the Columbus defense waiting for the Edgewood running back. Not sure if that was Patterson or one of the other ball carriers that time for Edgewood on the run, but nonetheless, it's gained just a couple of yards. Crusader numbers very difficult to see here at Breese Stevens Field in the jersey and the font that they exhibit on them.
I believe that was Patterson.
I think it was as well. So gain it just a couple of yards. 2nd down and a medium range distance to go as the clock runs with 4:10 to go in the second quarter. Edgewood trailing 13-0. The Edgewood fans have been fired up when their defense has given them something to cheer for. Can the offense respond? Bagstad wants to throw. Has a man. Catch is made. First down, Crusaders to the 25-yard line. On the receiving end is number 12. That's Henry Apter, the senior wide receiver, on the catch. Out to the 26-yard line is where they'll spot it as the Crusaders move on this drive. Clock running again with 3:40 to go in the second quarter. This does not feel like a 13-0 lead for Columbus, just 2 scores. It feels like the Cardinals have relatively dominated this entire first half, but here Edgewood is
still hanging in there
with a chance to make it a 1-score game before the break. And Now they pick up another first down. They have a long way to go for an offense that has been held to minimal throw so far this evening, and a flag is thrown on the snap. So stop everything. It is a false start on the Crusaders. Back them up 5 yards. 1st and 15 for Edgewood, now back near the 20. So what's working, Dennis, offensively? If you're Coach Jesse Norris, you're getting ready not only for this drive, but going into halftime. What are you telling your team? Like, what's working offensively?
Just spreading them out a little bit on defense and being able to put the ball in the air. I think Columbus is playing more conservative. They're just trying not to give up the big play. That's one of the keys was to limit Edgewood to, little increments, which they've done. I mean, they've been able to stuff the run game. So Edgewood's pretty much just going to the air right now.
Ball on the left hash. Crusader football, 1st and 15. Fake the give. Bagside wants to throw one-on-one coverage near midfield. A nearly one-handed catch being spun around. Jasper Alleman almost had one of the highlights of the year, and instead it falls incomplete. The Edgewood fans wanting a pass interference flag thrown. They will not get it. 2nd down and 15 for the Crusaders. Bagstad put that right on the money where only Alleman could get it. He just could not bring it in with the defender draped on him.
Yeah, it was double coverage there with Brady Link, the strong safety, and cornerback Jordan Mowbray, number 8. And he almost got it through, like you said. You see the ball bouncing out, incomplete. So they see something in the Columbus pass defense that they think they're going to be able to do a little bit more than they can. They have not been able to run the ball much at all here against that stout defensive line.
2nd down and 15 for the Crusaders. They go 4 wide. Here's the snap. Bagstad wants to throw. Left-hand side, it's complete. And again, it's number 12, Apter, on the reception. Picks up about half of the yardage needed to get to the first down line to gain at the 35-yard line. They'll give him the 31 to set up 3rd down and 5 to go. Line to gain, we'll actually say, is the 36. So 3rd and 5 with 2:15 to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, just working medium-range passes, 13 yards, 10 yards, 12 yards here, there. They've gone deep. They haven't been able to hook up. So just work that medium pass range. That's fine in the spread offense. That's what you want to do. You want to spread them out and look for the seams in that defense.
1 receiver near side left, 3 to the right. Here's the snap. Bagstad wants to throw. Scrambling, firing downfield, and it soars over the sideline. Incomplete into the Edgewood bench. Clock stops with 1:54 to go until the half. And decision time for Edgewood, facing 4th and 5. I would imagine they'll kick this away. And, yes, it looks like the punting unit is coming back out onto the field.
Yeah.
That was tough for Edgewood, Dennis, because they also didn't have any timeouts remaining.
Right, and then you're looking at, that's tough. Left-handed quarterback rolling over to his right. He was really struggling, I think, to get his feet quite set on that one. Ball sailed again.
Doing the punting for the Edgewood Crusaders, Carter Wiesicle, the junior. Correction, the senior, Carter Wiesicle. Can't read my own handwriting on some of the notes before the game here. And we got a flag thrown before the punt. It is a false start on Edgewood with 1:52 to go, so back them up 5 yards before this kick goes into the air. And now, Dennis, if you're thinking as the Columbus Cardinals, we talked about this when they took over with 6 minutes to go, roughly, until the break. Now you get the ball back with about 100 seconds to go until halftime, and you get the second half kick.
And you got all 3 timeouts left here.
This is a chance, if you think you could score on both drives, which they very well could, 13-0 could become 27-0 in a hurry. We'll see if it ends up being the case. Wiesicle to punt, standing all the way back now near his own 10-yard line. Catches it, kicks it away. This looks like a good one. It is fielded by Link up at the 45-yard line, running right to the 50, into the Edgewood territory at the 45, and barrels the shoulder forward as he runs out of bounds near the 40-yard line of the Crusaders. Good starting field position for Columbus with 1:44 to go until the half, leading 13-0.
Link's a pretty good punt returner. He's averaging double digits here on his returns tonight. And that one put the ball into the Edgewood territory, picked up 12 yards on that one.
Yeah, they spot him out of bounds at the 43 of Edgewood, so that is where the drive will begin. 1st down and 10 for the Columbus Cardinals. All 3 timeouts in the pocket, leading 13-0. Number 1 ranked team in the state. Peyton Powers, the sophomore quarterback, has thrown 2 interceptions this quarter. Takes the snap, wants to throw, goes left, airing it out, left-hand side, caught in stride, all the way into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals. One play And Columbus leads by 3 scores.
Ryan Knockreiner, that was what I was talking about earlier, going up top here. He saw something right away there in stride. You could just see the play developing as he started to pull away from the defender.
The senior wide receiver, Riley Knockreiner, with his 6th receiving touchdown this season. 19-0 Columbus, point after pending. On for the kick. It is through the uprights and good from Otto Andler. 20-0. Columbus leads Edgewood with 1:36 to go until halftime.
The teams at Beaver Dam and Mayville Tire and Service are growing and adding service technicians and auto lube technicians. Work in a clean shop environment with a fun and friendly team that is committed to excellence and customer satisfaction. Competitive pay based on experience, full benefits, including health, dental, 401k. Join the growing team at Beaver Dam and Mayville Tire and Service. Find full job postings on Facebook or visit either location to submit your resume.
Hi, this is Dr. Adam Forster at Columbus Family Dental. If you've been unhappy with your smile, it's time that you come and see us. Our team of doctors are waiting to help you get your smile back. We'll take the time to talk with you and treat you like a member of our family, not just another number. Whether it's a whole mouth makeover or simply a little tweak, we'll find the right solution that fits you. For your free, no-pressure consultation, call us today at 623-5559.
Yards to Knockreiner to extend the lead to 20-0. And that has to just be deflating for the Edgewood Crusaders. It is not an onside kick. This one from Andler is kicked all the way back near the goal line, returned by Edgewood up the right-hand side of the field. Blockers in front and room to run up the right sideline. Breaking a tackle coming out near midfield to the 45-50, and that is where the tackle is made by the Columbus Special Teams unit. Nice return to gather some momentum back by the Edgewood Special Teams unit. So maybe that's a spark that the Crusaders can take here to try and put points on the board before halftime. 1:26 to play in the first half. 20-0 Columbus leads. It's Edgewood football, and they actually say that the return man was knocked out of bounds on the far right sideline at the 47-yard line of Edgewood. So line to gain is the 43 of Columbus.
So 86 seconds here. See what they can do, but again, no timeouts left for Edgewood here in the first half.
Crusaders offense has had its ups and downs throughout the course of the first half of this season. Let's see what Bagstad can do here before the break. First down, wants to throw. Left side has a man open near midfield. It's hauled in by number 91. How often does number 91 come down with a catch? That's Ashton Fickle, the other Fickle twin brother on this squad. So Aiden had an interception. And now Ashton Fickle comes down with his first catch as a tight end here in this game.
That picks up a couple of yards, so about 3 yards looks like on the play.
Big night for the Fickle family, whether you're in Madison, Wisconsin or West Lafayette, Indiana. 50 seconds to go until the half. Bagstad to the line, takes the snap, rolling right, wants to throw downfield into coverage. It's intercepted by Columbus, and coming up the left sideline to the Edgewood 40, barreling down, Riley Knockreiner. Have a 2-minute span. Riley Knockreiner had the 43-yard touchdown catch, and now here he is with an interception on the defensive side of the ball, giving Columbus another opportunity to score with 39 seconds to go until halftime.
Yeah, Link came in with 3 interceptions, but that's not number 2 for Knockreiner on the season. And you could see that one developing after that long kickoff return. Boom, that puts the hammer down pretty quick. Now, again, we've seen what they can do with one play. Get the ball in the hands of Brunel, and again, you've got all 3 timeouts, punched it in the end zone, and that second half kickoff, and we're on our way to a route.
Are they at the 43-yard line again?
Yeah, 43 again.
First down. Powers wants to throw this time. Right side, Knockreiner, incomplete. Wouldn't that have been something?
First time down the left side, this time down the right side. Hey, you get something that works, go for it. And until they stop it.
Got a little too excited, though, did Powers, throwing it too far out in front of Knockreiner. Also, the guy might just be tired. He's had a big couple of minutes. He had a touchdown catch, has an interception to set up the drive. Now you want him to go deep and get another score. Like, It's asking a lot of the young fellow who's having a tremendous game.
That's another thing that we'll see later in the season when Columbus has to play full games, when you've got guys going two ways. That gets a little bit tougher, especially with injuries. But right now, I mean, these guys are still relatively fresh. They haven't had to play a lot in the second and then the third or fourth quarter of games.
That's one of the appeals for teams that are able to extend a lead to get into running clock territory.
Yeah.
Also, just fewer plays keeps you guys fresher as you get ready through the remainder of the season. Second down, 34 seconds to go. Powers wants to throw right-hand side, and he's intercepted. Edgewood steps up, a miscommunication as he was trying to go for Mowbray. The third interception by the Edgewood defense in the second quarter. Now, hang on, though. A flag is down back at the line of scrimmage. Let's check the flag. As it stands, Edgewood has its third interception of the quarter.
That's Jack Halloran, 23.
Personal foul against Columbus. Interesting. Okay. And a targeting penalty is going to be called here. I think they said it was on number 63 of Columbus. That's Carter Gminder. And so Edgewood has the football now with 27 seconds to go until halftime. It's going to be Crusader ball, the third interception in this quarter of Powers, who had only thrown one entering the game through the first 5 games this year.
So, of course, Edgewood will decline that penalty, so they get the ball back.
I was wondering if that penalty would be enacted after the play. That's not the case. So Edgewood has it all the way back near the 10-yard line. I think they'll probably just want to run a play or two here and try and get to halftime. The rain is now starting to fall here at Breese Stevens Field. You can see it coming down in the lights. You got the neon theme for the student section. Some people putting some ponchos and some protective layers over their
and we're inside.
And we're inside. Because you know when Dennis and I get together and it starts to rain on Prep Mania, usually we're outside and we break things. Not this time. 20-0 with 27 seconds to go. For those of you who missed the game earlier this year at Mount Horeb, no need to go back. No need to go watch that one again, as it started to downpour on us in the third quarter. Totally unexpectedly. Beautiful night until the third quarter.
Until the monsoon hit, right? And it really was coming down in buckets.
Unbelievable in week 2. Heck of a game, too, between Monroe and Mount Horeb. Vikings still undefeated after winning that game.
Giving it a shot.
Yeah, Bagstad wanted to throw left sideline, and it goes incomplete. Interesting decision. Clock stops with 23 seconds to go. Remember, Columbus does have timeouts. So if they really want to force Edgewood into a sticky situation here, they could try and stop the clock, get it back, and even if you can just kick a field goal, I don't know what the manageable distance would be here given the rain situation now at Breese Stevens Field, but you could at least consider the option.
Yeah, Columbus got to be playing in prevent defense right now here. You don't want anybody behind you. Just let them catch it. Edgewood has no timeouts left. They don't get to the sidelines. The clock's going to run out here.
Cardinals will receive the second half kickoff.
Might have 2 plays left.
Here's Bagstad, handoff, running right side.
That tells you right there it's over.
Holden Port, the running back, not very far to go. And Columbus will not use a timeout, so that should take us to halftime. Clock continues to run. Edgewood has no interest in running another play. Columbus doesn't either. Cardinals, number 1 ranked in the state, 20-0, leading the Edgewood Crusaders at historic Breese Stevens Field. Coming up at the half, if you're watching on Daily Dodge TV, you're coming right back here to Breese Stevens Field. Dennis and I will recap some of what we saw in the first half and also give you some insights on what the Badger Conference may hold for Beaver Dam, what the Capital Conference may hold for Columbus, and some of your other local teams. Meanwhile, if you're listening on 100.5 ESPN, Riley Yauk is standing by in the Everlight Solar Studios with scores from around the Madison area here in Week 6 of the high school football season. 20-0, Columbus leads Edgewood. This is Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania on ESPN Wisconsin, presented by Hometown Glass and Improvement and Columbus Family Dental.
The fun doesn't stop when the game clock hits 0. Celebrate your team's sweet victory at the Dump Bar and Grill in Cambria and tackle some mouth-watering appetizers, award-winning juicy burgers, or some crispy wings. The Dump Bar and Grill has it all. And with their newest Annex Edition, enjoy more seating for all fans to gather. Satisfy your hunger and get to the Dump Bar and Grill in Cambria, your go-to spot for great food and good times. TheDumpBar.com, cheering on all our local student athletes.
Cheer! Now cheer louder. Any accomplishment worth doing is worth doing with all your heart and soul. The entire team at Hometown Glass and Improvement knows that dedication, time, and respect can lead to greatness. When practicing free throws, running for a touchdown, or installing new windows and doors, it's a commitment to something larger than oneself that creates a legacy. So keep cheering for your hometown team. Hometown Glass and Improvement, online at hometownglass.com.
Jerry's Automotive in Beaver Dam is a champion of our local schools. Team up with Jerry's Automotive by pumping your gas at their Spirit Pump, where 2 cents of every gallon is donated to a local school each month. Jerry's Automotive also provides exceptional vehicle service and repairs and a great selection of convenience items. Visit Jerry's Automotive Center WI.com and on Facebook. Jerry's Automotive, 700 North Spring Street in Beaver Dam, across the street from Beaver Dam Food Pride.
Is selling your home like a walk in the park? If you were in Central Park at 2 a.m. maybe. Chris Kladowski Real Estate. When it is time to sell, be it due to loss or love, growth or downsizing, staying near or going far, there are 3 basic steps. List it, sell it, move on. The steps are made simple by working with a trusted real estate advisor. Our family team is with you every step of the way, making those 3 steps as smooth and fun as possible. Kladowski Real Estate. We look forward to serving you.
Lamers Bus Lines. Our community needs you. What drives you? Drive for Lamers.
I wanted to do something good for my community, and now I get to make a difference in kids' lives.
Call or visit us at golamers.com for more information.
There's only so much fishing a retired guy can do.
What drives you? Drive for Lamers.
Our kids need us. I felt like I needed to do something good for my community.
Call or visit golamers.com for more information.
And I'm getting paid for it.
Lamers Bus Lines. Our community needs you.
In today's financial markets, you will find all your needs met at Park Village Shopping Center. Time is right for a home equity line of credit. The folks at Horicon Bank can make those home remodel dreams a reality. Searching for sound financial advice? Kevin Smith of Edward Jones will help you make sense of your investments. Kevin knows the market inside and out. Knightberry Title meets all your title needs, from commercial to residential. The team at Knightberry is your partner for success. This is why you hear people say, I shop Park Village Shopping Center. You should too.
Park Village Shopping Center.
At Prairie Ridge Health, we believe that orthopedics is more than surgery. It's about getting your life back. Our collaborative team of expert surgeons, therapists, and nurses work together to get you back to feeling pain-free in your daily life. Our innovative and proven program is designed to get you from hospital to home with confidence. Find out how the Prairie Ridge Health orthopedic team can help you at prairieridge.health. Prairie Ridge Health accepts over 70 major insurances, including Dean.
Make adventure happen during the Jeep Adventure Days event at Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam. Hello, this is Brent Reed offering $5,000 off the most awarded SUV ever, our flagship Grand Cherokee. Looking for a smaller, more budget-friendly SUV? Take 10% off the Grand Cherokee's Mini-Me, the 2023 Jeep Compass. And we didn't forget about our Ram truck buyers, $10,000 off select brand new Bighorn crew cabs. Let our family take care of your family at Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam and reedchrysler.com.
Halftime at Breese Stevens Field on the Isthmus in Madison, Wisconsin, where the Columbus Cardinals lead 20-0 over the Edgewood Crusaders, exclusively on Daily Dodge TV for this halftime segment. Hi, everybody. Jesse Nelson and the Dean, Dennis Semrau. Dennis, it has been a tremendous first-half performance by the Columbus Cardinals, who have been challenged at times by this Edgewood team, but the Cardinals, that state championship mindset, just like they had a year ago, they're able to overcome it. They come back with a couple big plays of their own, and here sit the Cardinals with a 20-0 advantage as we flip it here for the second half.
Well, championship teams need playmakers, and obviously the big dog, Colton Brunell, both sides of the ball, outstanding linebacker. And first half tonight, he's got 11 carries, 76 yards, and a touchdown. Nothing big, but just consistent, averaging 7 yards. I'll take that any game. And then you got Jefferson Mowbray, who's going to be going to Minnesota State to play next year. Another returning 3-year starter. Brady Link, he does it all. I mean, returns, kicks, good defender, good receiver. I like their line. You've got to start out with Devin McCormick, a 3-year starter, center, defensive end. So they've got guys that can make plays. Those are the ones you want. What you want to see out of those guys is mentoring the younger players. Now, the problem with 4 running clocks in a row is that you get out there, you might only have 2 or 3 possessions. So a lot of those reserves don't get to play an awful lot. But the longer your season goes, you got all those extra practices and whatever. The way Columbus is built, they are built for a championship team. You look at what Andrew Selgrad has done as a head coach, 30-2 going into this game tonight.
Unbelievable start.
Been phenomenal. And I've been covering high school sports for a long time here. And I remember back in the 90s when Columbus ruled. They are back. They are back on top. I think rightly where they belong. They've had a great program. They added soccer. They kind of took a step back a little bit and had some coaching changes. But I think they're sitting pretty well. But anytime you have who could be the all-time leading rusher in the state of Wisconsin on your team, you like to see him get the ball. But again, in a game like this, you don't want him carrying the ball 15, 20 times if he doesn't have to. So they're spotting. They're using him right. They've had him out of the backfield a couple of times. I like to see them throw it to get him in space a little bit more. We saw that play down the left sideline down here where he deked a couple of guys. And with his size, I mean, he's a load. The more times you have to go at him with these smaller defensive backs. And the fact that Columbus might be in Division 5, you drop them down. It was like the year that Catholic Memorial should have been in 1 or 2, and they went down to 4.
Watch out, D5.
Wait a minute. but again, on any given night, depending on what the weather is, you run into snow and rain and stuff in the playoffs. A lot of these fields are now turf, but there's still some grass fields out there which could have some issues. So you got to go game to game, and I like their approach. They're trying to figure out a way, how do we get better every game? And every game, when you have the coach of the year, and what Andrew was last year, and a great coaching staff, I met Coach Guerrero. He reminded me that I covered him back when he won a state title back in 1990.
You get that a lot around here.
I said, well, it's good to see you on the sideline still coaching, giving it back to the community. And when you look at a lot of successful teams, Waunakee's a good one, Sun Prairie's a good one, how many former players are back on that squad that remember what it was like to be a Cardinal, to be a Warrior? Middleton Cardinals, it's the same thing, guys that are coming back, in my district. So, and I'm sure, and we'll take a look at Muskego, right?
Yeah, not Sun Prairie because the West Wolves didn't exist till last year.
Yeah,
There'd be a whole new class of Sun Prairie West. It's like, I remember.
Now with them splitting into 2, we're wondering.
The inaugural season of 2022, absolutely.
Yeah, but Columbus is a team to be reckoned with. It's good to see them play here. I'm glad we had this one on the schedule.
Yeah, this is a great game. Columbus and Dennis and I, we cover a lot of area high school sports here in Madison. We see some of the dominant teams, Waunakee, Sun Prairie before it split into 2 schools, and even still is a really dominant force. Middleton has had its heyday. DeForest coming out of a golden age the last few years. Columbus is the newest one. They are right up there as a team that every year can set its expectation for the next several seasons as state championship contenders.
Back in my Cap Times days, I had to have at least 1, if not 2, football games a year on the schedule, and I was up there for basketball, both boys and girls. They had some awesome teams, and it's a great community supporting their sports. And actually, we'll be heading up to Columbus next week. Colton Brunell will be a future UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week here in a couple of weeks. Going to go up and see him next week.
Looking forward to featuring him on ESPN Madison and ESPN Beaver Dam. This is Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania on ESPN Wisconsin, presented by Hometown Glass and Improvement and Columbus Family Dental. Special thanks to Hometown Glass and Improvement and Columbus Family Dental for helping present this broadcast on Daily Dodge TV. What an operation. Daily Dodge TV has become an ESPN Beaver Dam. Mike and Tim will be back in here for Columbus and Lodi next week. It's our pleasure to step in and fill these seats for them this week here on the video stream. And also, this broadcast is brought to you by Prairie Ridge Health, McKinstry's Home Furnishings, Klodowski Real Estate, Beaver Dam Tire and Service, Slumberland in Beaver Dam and Watertown, Silica for your home, White Construction, Summit Ford, Surefire, Richards Insurance, Mayville Tire and Service, Park Village Shopping Center, Preferred Dental Partners, Jerry's Automotive, Air Care, The Dump in Cambria, one of the best burgers around, Dennis, at The Dump in Cambria, Reed Chrysler, Dodge Jeep Ram, and Lamers. We'll be back with our first half analysis as we rejoin our friends on 100.5 ESPN Madison. Coming up after this, Columbus leading 20-0 over the Edgewood Crusaders. Week 6 of the high school football season. Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania on ESPN Wisconsin, presented by Hometown Glass and Improvement and Columbus Family Dental.
Hi, I'm Josh Schneider with Silica for Your Home. We have a great feature available in our showrooms, our digital price tags. They search the internet every day and allow us to adjust the prices based on our competitors. That ensures you are always getting the best deal. If it finds a lower price, it will automatically change our Silica price in real time. These digital price tags are all about saving you time and money. Shop Silica for Your Home for the best sales, service, and selection.
Hey, it's Stacy with Slumberland, Beaver Dam in Watertown. Stop in and see everything that our store has to offer. We built it just for you. We have mattresses, box springs, power bases, bedroom sets, furniture, living room sets, dining sets, everything that you would need to complete your entire home. We've got our interest-free financing and a really great local staff here to help you. So you've got all local people here to help you out from start to finish for anything that you would need. So stop in, shop local, and save big with us.
At Summit Ford Beaver Dam, we are committed to serving the customers in our community, to bringing you into our dealership and making the buying process easy, fun, stress-free, and memorable. Thank you for choosing us and voting us Dodge County's best place to buy a new or used vehicle. Stop in today for a test drive and to see how we can help you find the car of your dreams. Summit Ford Beaver Dam.
If this heat has you realizing it's time to upgrade your home's air conditioning, don't waste another minute or another dollar on wasted energy. Call Surefire today to see how much you could save with a new, high-efficiency Lennox air conditioning system. Stay cool and stay calm knowing Surefire is here for you with 24/7 customer service. Call us at 920-485-4883 or visit us online at surefireinc.com.
Jesse Nelson, Dennis Semrau, Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania on ESPN Wisconsin, presented by Hometown Glass and Improvement and Columbus Family Dental. At the half, Columbus with a 20-0 lead over the Edgewood Crusaders, the number 1 ranked team, the Columbus Cardinals in the state of Wisconsin in the AP poll. They are the defending Division IV state champions. And Dennis Semrau, they hold a lead 20-0, and while it has felt like a dominant performance, it has not been a flawless performance by Columbus here in the first half. Edgewood's defense has kept the Crusaders in this game. They just can't generate anything offensively.
Yeah, 3 interceptions. You look at Brunell's got 11 carries, 76 yards, 7 yards a carry, and then Powers, quarterback for Columbus, has thrown for 134 yards and 2 touchdowns, but 3 interceptions. So the defense, the bend but not break, they gave up a touchdown on the first possession, but they're hanging in there. And we're looking at there's a potential for Columbus to score once, maybe twice at the end of the first half. And, nice job. But I'll tell you, still 20-0, 2 touchdowns, and then I'm sure they'll go for a 2-point conversion to make it a running clock. Maybe not. I had an official that told me that, the team with 4 touchdowns, they're dominant. The last one, 34, and then it stuck that way the rest of the game. The officials sometimes when they see a running clock, they're thinking of getting out of there early too. But I think Edgewood's defense has been sound, but offensively, again, we've talked about in our earlier broadcast when we had them, they replaced the whole backfield this year. New quarterback, running backs, receivers, and that takes time to build. They're all young. They're going to be coming back, and I like what Jesse's done a good job with the program here. Kyle Koskick, a former Badger, is taking over as their strength coach. They've got a first-class weight facility at the high school now. And they're built when they go back to the Badgers small, the teams that are about their size. They're going to be they'll be fine, I think, in that conference next couple of years. Then we'll see what happens. It seems like every 2 years, this is tough if you're a fan or what league? We have rivalries growing up. I mean, you had your rivalries in high school.
Conference realignment, it's striking everywhere.
Yeah, so you're like, and then it's different. They had in the Badger, they had the pods. So we had a north, south, and the east and a west, and it was like, oh, jeez. Alex would say, Dennis, I have no clue what's going on. You explain it. I can't figure this out. Just when you got it figured out, now the Badgers gone back to a large and a small, which is great for all sports. So let's make it a little bit easier here.
Halftime here at Breese Stevens Field, 20-0. Columbus leads Edgewood at the break. Second half is coming up after this. So, Dennis, as we look at these two teams tonight here, I mean, Columbus, 3 turnovers in that second quarter thrown by Peyton Powers. When you look at what could be for Columbus right now, this could easily be a running clock situation entering the second half.
They need a game like this where they're getting tested by that Edgewood defense. You know, you have 4 running clocks. Sometimes you get a little too overconfident or too, like, you know, well, look at Awanakee. They've been running the table the same thing. And then when you get the playoffs at second, third level, now you start getting punched in the mouth and you're going to be able to come back. So you like to have that during the regular season where, okay, we've got some adversity, make our adjustments, and they're going to come out in this first 4 minutes. Columbus is going to try to score twice, get a score, 3 and out, and then punch another one in. And they want to establish their dominance. On the other end, Edgewood really wants to get a stop on that first one and then get back in the ballgame. If they can get a score up there, anything can happen. It's high school football. And, you know, you don't want to count your, as they say, count your chickens before they're hatched. Columbus right now, they're saying, hey, wait a minute, this is a team that we wanted to dominate. What's going on here? So, Coach, I'm sure at halftime, I'd like to be a fly in the locker room there and see what he had to say.
We'll find out what happens to start the third quarter coming up after this. 20-0. Columbus leads Edgewood at the break. Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania on ESPN Wisconsin, presented by Hometown Glass and Improvement and Columbus Family Dental.
High school sports are as American as apple pie. And going to a game or meet is a chance to see the stars of tomorrow shine today. But as anybody who's ever attended a high school sporting event in Wisconsin knows, you can't have the stars without the stripes. High schools are currently looking for new officials in almost every sport. Who looks good in stripes? Anybody looking for a way to stay connected to a sport they love. If you like the idea of giving back to your community while earning a few extra bucks, chances are you'd look good in stripes too. We want to hear from you. We need to hear from you. No officials means no games. No stripes means no stars. And what kind of America would that be? Wisconsin needs more high school officials. Go to highschoolofficials.com to sign up or learn more. That's highschoolofficials.com.
Lamers Bus Lines. Our community needs you. What drives you? Drive for Lamers.
I wanted to do something good for my community, and now I get to make a difference in kids' lives.
Call or visit us at golamers.com for more information.
There's only so much fishing a retired guy can do.
What drives you? Drive for Lamers.
Our kids need us. I felt like I needed to do something good for my community.
Call or visit golamers.com for more information.
And I'm getting paid for it.
Lamers Bus Lines. Our community needs you.
At Prairie Ridge Health, we believe that orthopedics is more than surgery. It's about getting your life back. Our collaborative team of expert surgeons, therapists, and nurses work together to get you back to feeling pain-free in your daily life. Our innovative and proven program is designed to get you from hospital to home with confidence. Find out how the Prairie Ridge Health Orthopedic Team can help you at prairieridge.health. Prairie Ridge Health accepts over 70 major insurances, including Dean.
See what happens. I see it's 17. Okay.
Third quarter about to get underway from Breese Stevens Field on Daily Dodge TV and on 100.5 ESPN Madison. Jesse Nelson, the Dean, Dennis Semrau, Ninja on the video, Riley Yauk producing in the Everlight Solar Studio. It's Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania on ESPN Wisconsin, presented by Hometown Glass and Improvement and Columbus Family Dental. 20-0, the number 1 ranked Columbus Cardinals lead the 1-4 Edgewood Crusaders. Columbus gets the kick to begin the second half, working left to right as we see it. Edgewood kicking right to left as we get started with the third quarter of play at a drizzly Breese Stevens Field on the Isthmus in downtown Madison, Wisconsin. Capital Conference football, week 6 of the high school football season. Pleasure that you're with us on 100.5 ESPN, on Daily Dodge TV. We welcome you wherever you may be, however you may be joining us. And again, continue to weigh in on the YouTube comments on Daily Dodge TV. We'll give you some shout-outs throughout the course of the broadcast here in the second half, just like Mike and Tim typically do. We'll try and replicate the same for those of you that enjoy watching on Daily Dodge TV. Fake a reverse on the kickoff to begin the second half. Link running left side, gets a block to the 30, 35, 40, 45, where he's tripped up. That's a great return for Brady Link, who you mentioned in the first half, Dennis, is quite the return man for the Columbus Cardinals. He is a threat that makes special teams dangerous for this squad that's so good in so many ways. Great starting field position for Columbus to begin the third quarter.
Yeah, he came in averaging 11 yards return on punt returns, but hasn't had that many kickoff returns this year. They've only given up 3 touchdowns all season, so he's had the ball more there. But a good one of those players doesn't leave the field very often.
First down and 10 for the Columbus Cardinals at their own 44-yard line. Line to gain is the 46 of Edgewood. Ball on the left hash. Peyton Powers, the sophomore quarterback, takes the snap. Handoff. Colton Brunel running right side. Uses a block. First down yardage and a whole lot more to the 40. 35, 30, 25. And he runs out of bounds inside the 25 near the 23 on the right side of the field. A big gain for one of the great runners of all time in the state of Wisconsin, Colton Brunel, showing off to start the third quarter for the Columbus Cardinals.
Yeah, and that one puts him over 100 yards for the game. Let's see where we are marked here. I'm going to guess 50, 40, 30, 24-yard line? What do you think? Is that a good guess?
It looks like it's on the line, so I'm going to say 25 for you.
So 31 yards on that carry, first play from scrimmage, second half.
Ball on the right hash, 2 receivers left. Here's the snap. Brunel gets the handoff running middle of the field. Escapes a couple of would-be tacklers and lunges forward near the 15-yard line. Good for another Columbus first down. Inside the 15, near the 13 is where they will spot this ball. Cardinals moving quickly to begin the second half, just like you wanted to draw it up for him, Dennis.
Yeah, Brunel had 76 yards in the first half. He's trying to duplicate that in the first drive. Not quite, because they only had 56 yards to go, but so far he's got them all in this drive.
He was relatively contained by Colton Brunel's standards in the first half by the Edgewood defense. Here's the snap from the right hash. Powers hands it off. Brunel running left. Breaks one tackle. Trying to shake off a second. Could not.
Flag.
A good defensive play by the Edgewood Crusaders. And you called it, Dennis. A flag is down during the course of that action. Let's go ahead and check the penalty. As it stands, Brunel gained maybe a yard. Awaiting the signal from our officials, and it's a face mask personal foul against Edgewood. So even a good defensive play for the Crusaders results in a bit of negativity against that defensive unit, with the flag going against Edgewood. First and goal from the 6-yard line is where Columbus will begin this next play, I should say, with 11-11 to go in the third quarter. A great start to the second half on the opening possession out of the break.
So that was a 2-yard carry, half the distance to the goal, and that penalty makes it, first and goal on the 6.
Ball on the left hash as they come to the line of scrimmage. Powers in a pistol formation, Brunel behind him. One receiver set to the left side of the field. Powers takes the snap, handoff. Brunel running left, trying to use some blocks going that direction. He is tackled near the 5-yard line, and after the play, another flag comes out. Appeared to be some extracurriculars and a little frustration from the body language that I could see from a couple of the Columbus players over on that end. Looks like number 32, the fullback Riley Kaminsky, came out of there a little heated. Not sure what had happened. But let's check the flag.
Yeah, so far 4 plays, 4 carries for Brunel on this drive.
Officials getting together to sort out what had just happened after the play concluded. Columbus ball inside the Edgewood 10-yard line, leading 20-0, and it does go against Edgewood. So another break for the Columbus Cardinals. Carter Wiesicle, we've called his name primarily as the punter for Edgewood tonight. He's also a linebacker on the defensive side of the ball.
The first and goal from, looks like the 4.
Yeah, I think we're going to call that the 4-yard line.
So they lost 2 on that last carry, another half the distance to the goal.
First and goal at the 4. Columbus leading 20-0. Powers takes the snap. wants to hand off. Brunel running right, gets a block, cuts up into the end zone. Second rushing touchdown of the night for Colton Brunel, extending the Columbus lead 26-0 early in the third quarter.
And it was all Brunel on that drive.
That's how you use your superstar. Colton Brunel, one of the leading rushers all time in Wisconsin high school football, closing in on the state record on the pace he's been on this season. Rushes in for the second touchdown of the night. Point after attempt, high snap with some pressure coming. The kick goes through the uprights and good. 10:22 to go, third quarter. 27-0. Columbus leads Edgewood. Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania on ESPN Wisconsin, presented by Hometown Glass and Improvement and Columbus Family Dental. This broadcast also brought to you on Daily Dodge TV and ESPN Beaver Dam by Richards Insurance, Mayville Tire and Service, Park Village Shopping Center, and Preferred Dental Partners. While we have a break in the action, those of you that are Milwaukee Brewers fans, the Brewers win 16-1 against the Miami Marlins tonight, clinching a playoff berth.
16, oh my God. 12-run second inning, I understand that one.
The Brewers could lose every game the rest of the way, and they would still be in the playoffs. Chance to win the NL Central tomorrow in Miami. Congratulations to the Brewers. I've said they were Dunzo back in May. Brought out Dunzo the Clown on Wilde and Tausch. Much ridiculed for that. I'm sure I'll be hearing all about it on Monday. I love it, though. 27-0. Columbus loving the lead that they have been able to pad now here against the Edgewood Crusaders early in the third quarter. Do want to mention a programming note here after the ensuing kickoff from Columbus. Number 7 is the kicker, Otto Andler. He kicks it away, fielded near the 10-yard line, returning right to the 15, 20, 25, cutting upfield to the 30, 35, 40. Kicker only to beat. Shake him at midfield. Now the special teams unit for Columbus catching up, and the tackle is made at the 45 of Columbus, but a great return for Edgewood on the ensuing kickoff, and that is a strength of the Crusaders team so far tonight. A couple of really solid kick returns for the Crusaders throughout the course of the evening. This one begins the drive in Columbus territory at the 47-yard line.
That's the way to answer a touchdown, come back with a big play, and now ball in Columbus territory to start the drive.
First down and 10. Edgewood football at the 47 of Columbus. Ball in the right hash. Here's the snap. Bagstad hands off, running left side, right side. Patterson nowhere to go. Brought down after a gain of just a yard with 10 minutes now to play in the third quarter and counting. For those of you listening on 100.5 ESPN, and you may be awaiting the ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day postgame show with 11:40 to go in the Badgers game, Wisconsin holding a 30-17 lead. Should our game go long and the Badgers game conclude before us here at Breese-Stevens Field, we will continue our broadcast on Daily Dodge TV while you are able to join Colin Russo, Chris Orr, and Adam Mertz for postgame reactions of the Wisconsin Badgers football game, leading 30-17 to open up Big Ten Conference play. 2nd and 9 for the Crusaders. Handoff, right side, nowhere to go, just back to the line of scrimmage.
That's Holden Port, who's been in on the last 2 carries, number 33.
I did say Patterson on the last carry. Thanks for the correction, Dennis. Number 33, Holden Port, the senior running back, with the last 2 carries for Edgewood. Lost the yard on that one to set up 3rd down and 10. 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. 27-0. Columbus closing in on potentially its 5th straight game featuring a running clock in the second half. Ball near the right hash. 2 receivers left. 3 receivers left. 1 to the near side right. Shotgun formation for Gannon Bagstad, the sophomore. Takes the snap. Left-handed throwing quarterback. Scrambles left, and he's brought down from behind. What a great defensive play by Connor Roach, the junior. Able to trip him at the shoelaces.
Shoestring, that's what you call a shoestring tackle. Beautiful. A great rollout. It looked like he was going to escape, but Roach did not give up on the play.
If he doesn't make that tackle, it's very possible Bagstad's able to scramble for near first down yardage with what the field looked like in front of him. Instead, Closing in on 8 minutes to play in the third quarter. Edgewood will punt back to Columbus, trailing 27-0. Doing the punting is Carter Wiesicle. He's been very busy kicking the ball away tonight. This one rolls off the front of the foot, but does take a very generous Edgewood bounce and will roll all the way inside the 20-yard line. Back to the 16 is where Columbus will begin its next offensive series with 7:46 to go in the third quarter. Columbus 27, Edgewood nothing. Tonight's broadcast on Daily Dodge TV and ESPN Beaver Dam brought to you in part by Jerry's Automotive, Air Care, The Dump in Cambria, Reed Chrysler, Dodge Jeep Ram, and Lamers.
I'm going to the dump.
The Dump in Cambria has your name all over it,
That's
Dennis.
like saying I'm going to the library. That's a bar.
One of the best burgers you will find anywhere.
Ooh, that tastes good.
Here's the snap on first down. Brunel gets the carry, running left side, gets outside the numbers with a blocker in front. Brunel up the left sideline to the 40, 45, 50 into Edgewood territory. 45, 40, shakes the defender to the 30-yard line. He is spun down from behind. Huge gain, Colton Brunel, game-changing running back. He is incredible. That felt like back in the day when Reggie Bush had a huge touchdown run against Fresno State, where he goes up the left sideline, makes defenders miss, cuts back. Bush took it all the way to the end zone. Brunel was brought down at the 31, but an incredible run on the first down play by Colton Brunel from all the way back at his own 16.
Yeah, 16. It looks like the 30. Is that what we're on?
The 31, I think
31.
we'll call that. Yeah, the 31-yard line.
So 53 yards on that carry.
Just incredible. Now Brunel gets a break. Here's the handoff
Flag.
for number 1, Connor Roach. With a flag down, Roach is running up the left sideline. Roach to the end zone. Touchdown, Columbus. Now hold on, though. This flag is back in the territory of what I would expect to be holding. And that is, in fact, the call. So bring it back. Roach is like, come on, I finally get my chance to shine here in the third quarter. Brunel's been doing all this dirty work and ends up being for naught with the flag. And an injured Edgewood player is down with 7:03 to go in the third quarter. We'll take a break. 27-0. Columbus leads Edgewood. Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania on ESPN Wisconsin, presented by Hometown Glass and Improvement and Columbus Family Dental.
High school sports are as American as apple pie. And going to a game or meet is a chance to see the stars of tomorrow shine today. But as anybody who's ever attended a high school sporting event in Wisconsin knows, you can't have the stars without the stripes. High schools are currently looking for new officials in almost every sport. Who looks good in stripes? Anybody looking for a way to stay connected to a sport they love. If you like the idea of giving back to your community while earning a few extra bucks, chances are you'd look good in stripes too. We want to hear from you. We need to hear from you. No officials means no games. No stripes means no stars. And what kind of America would that be? Wisconsin needs more high school officials. Go to highschoolofficials.com to sign up or learn more. That's highschoolofficials.com.
Out of the injury timeout, Columbus football facing first down. Here's the snap. Powers hands it off, running left side. Not much doing as the Edgewood defense is there to corral the tailback with under 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. Columbus leading 27-0. Colton Brunel with nowhere to run, which is not something we've said for the majority of this third quarter. He has been the offense so far here for Columbus out of the halftime break.
7 carries for 99 yards here in the first 5 minutes of the third quarter, showing you the damage he can do.
Ball on the left hash, 6:30 to go in the third quarter. 2 receivers set to the right, 1 to the left. Now man in motion left to right. Here's the snap, and it's a little pitch play. Coming left to right, Connor Roach has room to run with blockers out the right side numbers, and he's dropped just inbounds up the right sideline near the 35-yard line. That is shy of the first down line to gain.
Good tackle by 20, Joe Paulus there, knocking him out of
Paulus
bounds.
made an incredible diving tackle. Otherwise, Roach was thinking he could try and take that up to the right sideline, I think. Third down as we approach the midway point of the third quarter. Columbus football leading 27-0 on Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania. presented by Hometown Glass and Improvement in Columbus Family Dental. Ball in the right hash, one receiver right, two to the left. Shotgun formation. Powers takes the snap, wants to throw left side, has a man wide open, caught at the 25. Getting outside the numbers, but a tackle made shy of the 20-yard line. Hauled in by Brady Link, who has been very active tonight on special teams and on the Columbus offense. That does move the chains for Columbus. First down, making it look easy here in the third quarter with under 5.5 to go.
Yeah, two good drives. It just Columbus established an authority, dominating the offensive line play here. A couple of stops here or there for Edgewood, but total control here for Columbus.
Cardinals a little slower to the line of scrimmage, happy to drain a little more clock. Hoping to extend the 27-0 lead over the Edgewood Crusaders. Ball on the left hash, man in motion right to left. Here's the snap, handoff Brunel, dropped at the line of scrimmage, maybe got a yard as he fell forward. .445 to go in the third quarter. Dennis, we talked about it on the halftime exclusively on Daily Dodge TV. Columbus looks the part of a state title contender and a potential dynasty-building team.
Yeah, looking here, Otto Andler, the kicker, he's 1 of 2 at field goal attempts, but they've got so much confidence right now, they're just going for it on fourth down.
Second down and 9 for
correction.
Columbus.
Yeah.
They might go for it on fourth down if they get to it. Let's see if that happens. A throw nearly intercepted, in and out of the hands of Link, the intended receiver, and it falls incomplete. A lot potentially happening on that play for both teams, ultimately resulting in a simple incompletion and third down and 9.
Yeah. The dangerous territory here for Powers. He's throwing 3 picks. Edgewood is on the alert. I'd just run the ball at this point. I don't even put the ball in the air here. Line it up and give your field goal kicker a chance. That would make it 30-zip, 4-score game.
2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Pistol formation. Powers the quarterback with Brunel behind him. Here's the snap. Powers steps up in the pocket, throws
touchdown.
right side, too high for the intended receiver, incomplete. Again, it's Link who had to go up for a little wobbly throw. Link could not haul it in.
That was dangerous because he tipped the ball, defender right behind it. That had interception number 4 written all over it, but not able to come up fast enough on it.
Well, Dennis, you spoke it into existence. Here's fourth down for Columbus.
So, well, we're going to get a field goal attempt, give them a chance. You don't get too many chances with the way they've been running through opponents.
I don't see number 7 Otto Andler anywhere on the
field.
field.
They're going to go for it. That's confidence.
Yeah.
You talk about the offensive line tonight. He's done a very good job for the Cardinals. Landon Schultz, Jordan, is it Reuter there at left guard? We haven't mentioned their names tonight.
Can mention them more in a moment. Fourth down and 9. Powers takes the snap, leading 27-0. Rolls right, looking downfield. Now Tux wants to run himself. Powers turns it upfield, cuts up to the end zone, in for the score. Peyton Powers on fourth down, the quarterback keeper when all else fails. Touchdown Columbus. They lead 33-0.
I can run the ball too, he says.
He wanted to throw. He scrambled to extend the play and decided, let's just go ahead and take it.
Well, he's averaging 8 yards a carry coming into the game tonight. That's his 3rd touchdown run of the season. And that was a man determined he was not going down.
3:56 to go in the third quarter, 33-0. Columbus leads Edgewood. And it looks like the offense is staying out on the field to try and convert the 2-point conversion, which would put us in running clock territory should they convert it. Powers takes the snap, fakes the give to Brunel, throws to the end zone all alone on the left-hand side, and the 2-point conversion is good.
Jefferson Mowbray had a touchdown catch on their first drive. Now the 2-pointer, and it starts the running clock here at 3:55 in the third quarter.
Columbus 35, Edgewood nothing. You're listening to Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania on ESPN Wisconsin, presented by Hometown Glass and Improvement and Columbus Family Dental.
Hi, this is Dr. Adam Forster at Columbus Family Dental. If you've been unhappy with your smile, it's time that you come and see us. Our team of doctors are waiting to help you get your smile back. We'll take the time to talk with you and treat you like a member of our family, not just another number. Whether it's a whole mouth makeover or simply a little tweak, we'll find the right solution that fits you. For your free, no-pressure consultation, call us today at 623-5559.
Cheer! Now cheer louder. Any accomplishment worth doing is worth doing with all your heart and soul. The entire team at Hometown Glass and Improvement knows that dedication, time, and respect can lead to greatness. When practicing free throws, running for a touchdown, or installing new windows and doors, it's a commitment to something larger than oneself that creates a legacy. So keep cheering for your hometown team. Hometown Glass and Improvement, online at hometownglass.com.
35-0, Columbus leads Edgewood, and Dennis Semrau, what you called for near the end of the first half, comes to fruition after the score to go up 35-0, a surprise onside kick by Columbus, and they recover out of the timeout. So the running clock in play, Cardinal football leading 35-0 over the Edgewood Crusaders at Breese Stevens Field, and Columbus keeps the offense out on the turf.
I knew one was coming at some point, and here it is.
The Dean knows things the rest of us can only wonder. Pretty incredible.
Now we'll see when they start to sub in here.
Yeah, you can see on the far end of the field some of the Edgewood fans starting to what appear to be head for the exits as the Columbus offense stays in control, leading 35-0 and the running clock in play. It is still Powers in at quarterback number 10. Peyton Powers hands off for Colton Brunel. Brunel runs forward for just a yard to the Edgewood 49. And now Dennis Semrau, I always love when you get to play rules analyst for us. Do your best, Dean Blandino. What does the running clock mean here in the second half of the 35-0 lead?
Well, it actually starts now this year. It started right before the season. Score reaches 35 points. Because we are in the second half now, it used to be fourth quarter. It doesn't stop except for timeouts and exchange of possession. It used to stop if it got under 35, no more. So this game will have a clock the rest of the way.
Brunel running right-hand side, breaks through two tacklers. Brunel up the right sideline to the 20-yard line where he's pushed out of bounds. Look at Colton Brunel run. This Edgewood defense stood strong in the first half, but they are just not able to corral him here in the third quarter. Brunel with another big gain deep into Edgewood territory, setting up another first down.
I think I just heard him say the 22, so that would be a gain of 27 on that play for Brunel.
And I stand corrected. Yep, it looks like that is the 22-yard line. He was bumped out just before I thought he may have gotten a little bit further along. Now the clock does stop with 1:40 to go in the third quarter with an injured Columbus Cardinal down. Number 32, Riley Kaminsky, being tended to back near the 25-yard line of Edgewood territory. Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania on ESPN Wisconsin, presented by Hometown Glass and Improvement and Columbus Family Dental. Jesse Nelson, the Dean, Dennis Semrau, Ninja, and Riley Yauk, our producers, helping bring you this broadcast on Daily Dodge TV, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, and on 100.5 ESPN Madison. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Prairie Ridge Health, McKinstry's Home Furnishings, Klodowski Real Estate, Beaver Dam Tire and Service, Slumberland in Beaver Dam and Watertown, Silica for your home, White Construction, Summit Ford, Surefire, Richards Insurance, Mayville Tire and Service, Park Village Shopping Center, Preferred Dental Partners, Jerry's Automotive, Air Care, The Dump in Cambria, Reed Chrysler, Dodge Jeep Ram, and Lamers.
Unofficially now have Brunel for 21 carries, 205 yards. A couple of touchdowns here tonight. So we'll see how much longer he will be out on the field. But it looks like we're starting to make some subs here for Columbus.
Yeah, it looks like they might be starting to bring some of the other players in here for the running clock situation, which now begins to run again. 100 seconds and counting to go in the third quarter. Columbus 35, Edgewood nothing. Cardinal football, first down.
No, Brunel's still in there, and so is Powers at quarterback.
Powers and Brunel still in the backfield. Two receivers set to the left, one to the right. Here's the snap. Powers wants to throw. Pressure coming, throws middle of the field complete. to the 5 and into the end zone. Yes, touchdown Columbus. Jefferson Mowbray, second receiving score of the night. And the Cardinals have opened it up on Edgewood, 41-0, nearing the end of the third quarter.
And that pass play was 22 yards. And yes, the route is definitely on. One of the problems that Columbus has is with a lot of the younger players they have to be careful. Edgewood still has their starters out there. You don't want to put guys up against another team's starters if you don't think they're quite ready for it. So sometimes their starters play a little bit longer. But I think at this point now, at 42-0, you want to protect Mowbray, you want to protect Brunel, you want to protect Powers, your playmakers. But this now makes it 2 years in a row. Last year it was 37-0. Edgewood here would like to come out and at least score a touchdown or get something going here, but you could just see the spirit is kind of broken over there now. That's awful tough.
22 points put up by the Columbus Cardinals here in the third quarter. It was 20-0 at halftime. Columbus now leading 42-0 with 1:11 to go in the third quarter.
But still, I'm sure Coach Selgrad, okay, we had 3 interceptions. There's drives we didn't score on. We gave up some bigger plays on the kickoff returns. There's always something to focus on to fix up. And it's, but when you look back for Columbus, okay, execute, be assignment sound, establish the line of scrimmage, and make sure our coverage is sound. It's 42-0. I think they're 3 for 3, Jesse. What do you think? Doesn't get much better than that, does it?
Gee, you can't really call it up much better than what Columbus has done, especially here in the third quarter, leading 42-0. And now the Cardinals will kick it away. The clock did stop for the score and the change of possession. So 1:11, and then we'll start it running again as Edgewood gets the ball back. This has been all Cardinals since the halftime break. Kick is away from Andler, and it will go back inside the 5-yard line where it's fielded. Let's see how the return looks for Edgewood this time around. A lot of running room up the middle of the field, bouncing outside to the 35-40 with a flag coming in late, and a tackle finally made near the 45-yard line. Flags down, clock running, under a minute to go in the third quarter. We'll wait on what the official ruling is on the return. Edgewood, again, they've got some good things going on special teams if they can just avoid the penalties.
It's tough, though, when you've got more yards on kickoff returns than you do rushing in a game. And that's their best offense has been their kickoff return tonight. Got some very good field position after Columbus touchdowns. Just have not been able to convert anything really, say, on the ground. And the flag against Edgewood.
Yep, so that'll bring the return back with under 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. We'll see if they can even get a snap off here before the end of the quarter.
Right, the clock just keeps going now.
So they do spot them back inside the 30. Looks near the 26-yard line, and the clock runs out on the third quarter, 42-0. Columbus leads Edgewood. Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania on ESPN Wisconsin, presented by Hometown Glass and Improvement and Columbus Family Dental.
Make adventure happen during the Jeep Adventure Days event at Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam. Hello, this is Brent Reed offering $5,000 off the most awarded SUV ever, our flagship Grand Cherokee. Looking for a smaller, more budget-friendly SUV? Take 10% off the Grand Cherokee's Mini-Me, the 2023 Jeep Compass. And we didn't forget about our Ram truck buyers, $10,000 off select brand new Bighorn Crew Cabs. Let our family take care of your family at Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam and reedchrysler.com.
Jerry's Automotive in Beaver Dam is a champion of our local schools. Team up with Jerry's Automotive by pumping your gas at their Spirit Pump, where 2 cents of every gallon is donated to a local school each month. Jerry's Automotive also provides exceptional vehicle service and repairs and a great selection of convenience items. Visit Jerry's Automotive Center WI.com and on Facebook. Jerry's Automotive, 700 North Spring Street in Beaver Dam, across the street from Beaver Dam Food Pride.
Jesse Nelson, Dennis Semrau, Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania on ESPN Wisconsin, presented by Hometown Glass and Improvement and Columbus Family Dental. 42-0, Edgewood trailing Columbus with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. Running clock situation at Breese Stevens Field. So the Edgewood Crusaders, pending a truly miraculous comeback, will fall to 1-5 here on the season and 0-4 in Capital Conference play, while Columbus will improve to 6-0 and 4-0 in conference play, setting up a big showdown with Lodi. Throw over the middle, incomplete, but again the clock continues to run as Edgewood faces third down.
How dominant was Columbus in the third quarter? Edgewood offense had the ball for 3 plays, 1 3 and out, and that was it. They had three touchdown drives, and you had the onside kick.
The onside kick contributed to that as well, yep.
So they came in the second half and basically punched, and Edgewood not able to counter.
Third down and about 5 yards to go for the Crusaders. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Here's the snap. Bagstad to throw, goes left side, incomplete. Fourth down for Edgewood. Clock inside 11 minutes to go as it continues to run.
Another 3 and out, or they're going to go for it here. Now you just turn the ball over inside your 40.
10:40 to go as the game continues on, and we'll see what Edgewood decides to do here. Been a year of transition on the offensive side of the ball for the Edgewood Crusaders, trying to find an identity and find their rhythm. And it's been up and down throughout the course of the first 6 weeks here. Bagstad steps up to throw on fourth down. Looks like he wants to take it himself. Now rolling left, throws incomplete as he's hit on the run. Turnover on downs, back to Columbus. And the Cardinals will begin this drive in Edgewood territory, all the way up near the 25-yard line, or 30-yard line, I guess we'll say.
I think we're going to start about the 31 here.
Yeah,
32.
I think that's correct, Dennis. So under 10 minutes to go in the game. Remember, ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day, the post-game show coming up next on 100.5 ESPN, reacting to Wisconsin and Purdue. Plenty to dissect from the Badgers home opener. Colin Russo, Chris Orr, and Adam Mertz standing by in the Everlight Solar studio to bring you the post-game reactions and analysis.
No Nordy this week?
No, Nordy had his own show, 2 to 5, and ESPN Milwaukee, 2 to 4 in Madison. Kyle Bruston Nortman. You may have heard it, Kyle Bruston Nortman. New show every weekday afternoon on ESPN Madison. We love it.
It's just different listening to Rutledge and Hamilton in drive time.
Yeah, well, Jim and Matt have loved it. They're thriving in drive time.
They sound great.
You like primetime Wollersheim running the show there?
I like that. We got a name for him finally.
First down for Columbus, a carry forward. Powers is still out there as the quarterback, and I wasn't sure if that was Brunel on the carry or no. I don't think it was. So Brunel's night, it appears, is done. Under 9 minutes to go, Columbus holding on to a 42-0 lead. We'll see if they're able to extend it. And this game is going to really wind down pretty quickly here.
Can't see the numbers there. See who's in the backfield.
I think it might be number 21, Johnny Cotter, potentially, the sophomore. Let's see what we get here. Powers takes the snap, and yes, it is Cotter running left-hand side. He's dragged down before he could get back to the line of scrimmage. Nice play by the Edgewood defense, setting up third down and long. And so, Dennis, if you're Edgewood in this moment, like you're trailing by 42 points and on the home turf here, starting to feel like the season's getting away from you, what is the message as you're talking with all these students and these athletes throughout the course of the week and then even throughout the course of this game when they come over to the sideline?
You just want to improve week to week. For the younger players, you're getting experience. It's tough for the seniors who have seen the season slip away a little bit, but you just want to go out giving your best. And you're playing with your friends. I mean, there's nothing better, for parents to watch your kids do something they love with their friends.
Powers wants to throw left side, has a man into the end zone, touchdown Columbus. Brady Link on the receiving end. All Cardinals at Breese Stevens Field.
Yep, solidify that #1 ranking in the Associated Press poll. I haven't seen anything different now. Edgewood's a little bit overmatched here the second half.
Clock stops with 7:32 to play. 48-0 with the point after pending from Otto Andler. Snap is good, good hold, and the kick is blocked. The Edgewood special teams unit comes up with another big play. That's the second blocked point after attempt tonight. A nice momentum boost. If there's anything positive that Edgewood will take from this game, their special teams has played very well throughout the course of the night. And there have been some other things they can look at, but how about Powers? And I actually, Dennis, I find it fascinating, but the right decision by Columbus here, keeping Peyton Powers in the game. He's just a sophomore quarterback. You don't see many sophomore quarterbacks starting at the varsity level in high school football, so he's learning throughout the course of this year. You never know what skill he could hone, what he can see at the line of scrimmage by getting more reps that will help him as Columbus prepares for another state championship run in the postseason.
Yeah, I agree. This is a senior who's out there. He doesn't have anything to prove. You pull him. But sophomore quarterbacks, he's got to play. And again, you got Edgewood's had their frontline defense out there. So you don't want to put somebody in there that might get your quarterback hurt either, too. You've got some reserve linemen that maybe quite are up to it. There's a reason why Columbus is playing so many players two ways. It's because those guys are ready for this action. They've got a lot of younger players that they're through practice and more, by the end of the year, sophomores aren't sophomores anymore. You played enough games that you're junior or you're senior. Now here's another, just a little spurt kick. See what happens, and a fumble.
Yeah, well, it's not a fumble,
almost
but
a little muff there almost.
Edgewood having a tricky time. Edgewood had been so successful on kick returns. I understand why Columbus just squib
That's
it.
a smart one, right?
Yeah.
Because if you take your eye off it, the ball bounces a little weird. It's not a true hop like a basketball.
And on this turf at Breese Stevens Field, Edgewood had a tough time trying to corral it, especially as the rain has come down throughout the course of the night. So they begin this possession back near their own 20-yard line. Clock running with 7 minutes to go in the game. 48-0. Columbus leads Edgewood. Week 6 of the high school football season. Week 7 next week on 100.5 ESPN and on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel, which has made a glorious and triumphant return to the universe. After Thanos snapped it out of existence last week, the ESPN Madison YouTube page is back. Happy to report. So we will be back on our live video stream at ESPN Madison next week as the pass left side is complete for Edgewood on first down. And a game switch from our original schedule on the Prep Mania docket on ESPN Madison. We were going to be at Oregon for Waunakee and Oregon originally. We think that one, we found a more compelling option for next week, which is Monona Grove at Sauk Prairie. Throw into coverage, left side is complete, and that's back-to-back passes for Edgewood. Converted. Bagstad going left, finding a good connection with Apter. Yeah, he's been his go-to man throughout the course of the night tonight.
Yes, tonight against Lake Mills, Alleman came through and had some big catches, but he's been pretty quiet tonight. Edgewood's got a pretty good medium passing game. That's working. They're just not able to establish the run, that line of scrimmage. And when you've got to make 70, 80-yard drives, it's awful tough to sustain just with passing.
Here's the snap, stepping up the pocket. Bagstad throws left-hand side. Too far out of the outstretched hands of the intended receiver. Incomplete. Looking for number 31, Quincy Mosley, the wide receiver. Under 5.5 minutes to go with the running clock. Special shout-out to some of our comments on the YouTube stream here on Daily Dodge TV. Renee cheering on her Columbus Cardinals. Way to go, Cards. Also, Connie, way to go, Cards. Grandma and Pop from Arizona chiming in. So how about that, Dennis? We got some live video streamers from Arizona watching our broadcast here tonight on Daily Dodge TV with our friends at ESPN Beaver Dam.
Always good for Grandma and Grandpa to get to see their kids play.
Big carry for Edgewood, going the distance up the left sideline. Look at this, all the way to the house. Edgewood on the board. Cade Patterson takes it the distance.
Just so you're saying, they're not able to run the ball. They pop one finally there. It's a big night there for Patterson. Get on the board, avoid the shutout, and the first points they've scored against Columbus in the 2 years. But that was great, and he was not going to be stopped. That was a horse race to the finish.
A powerful run by Patterson, his 6th rushing touchdown of the year. Edgewood gets on the board with 4:50 to go in the game, 48-6 with the point after pending. Now it looks like they're going to go for 2. So ball on the right hash here is where Edgewood wants it. One receiver set to the right,
Why not?
to the left. Yeah, why not?
Good chance to work on this play.
Here's the snap. Bagstad looks, goes left, has a man in the flat if he
Yeah.
can get it to him, and he does successfully for the 2-point conversion.
Is that 20 Paulus?
That was
Joe Paulus.
Joe Paulus, the senior wide receiver, number 20 in the home burgundy uniforms of the Edgewood Crusaders, hauling it in on the 2-point conversion. 48-8 is our score. Once again, want to thank our partners involved in tonight's game. Of course, Zimbrick Honda, presenting sponsor of Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania on ESPN Madison, and also Hometown Glass and Improvement and Columbus Family Dental, presenting partners of the live free video stream from Daily Dodge TV. Thanks to Hometown Glass and Improvement and Columbus Family Dental for bringing us this broadcast tonight, as well as our Prep Mania coverage all season long on ESPN Madison, presented by Zimbrick Honda. We hope you'll join us for state championship coverage from Camp Randall Stadium. We'll be back this year. Last year we missed out because of the Packers playing on Thursday night. Not happening this year. Well, the Packers are playing next Thursday night, which means we will be the home of all 7 state championship games on 100.5 ESPN.
Outstanding. And you'll find out we have a refurbished press box.
Yeah, I can't wait to get up there and experience that for the first time. Edgewood attempting an onside kick. It is recovered by Columbus, and the clock will run with 4:50 to go. Again, ESPN Wisconsin College game day coming up after this game.
That was 23. I think that was is it Caleb Syme? Yeah. The recovery, and he paid the price. He got drilled on that one, but he hung onto the football. And now the clock runs the last 4.5 minutes. Columbus with the ball. And their plan is just to run the clock out. Brunell's on the sidelines. I see Jefferson Mowbray with number 3.
Yep, so some of the reserves checking into the game for both sides here as we get down to the final 4 minutes. I'm happy to report for you, Dennis, the Wisconsin Badgers lead Purdue 38-17 with 3.5 minutes to go.
All finishing strong. Looking for those fourth quarters.
Plenty to react to coming up on the postgame show with Colin, Chris, and Mertzi on 100.5 ESPN.
That's Luke Hall, number 22 now, and a quarterback for Columbus. And like you mentioned before, 21, it's is that Cotter?
Yep, Johnny Cotter
Johnny
is
Cotter.
the running back for the Cardinals. And you know, these are players who have seen some playing time in different stretches throughout the course of this season. Now Edgewood calling a timeout with 3:35 to play after the first play from scrimmage for Columbus.
Yeah, they get a stop and see if they can punch one more in there. So
and more reps, more opportunities.
Yeah, for Edgewood, use your timeouts. He's got 3, like you said. Use them or lose them in the first half. We had half the second quarter left, and Edgewood had used all 3. Every week you see something a little different you haven't seen before, right? That's what makes high school sports fun.
48-8 is our score. Columbus is about to improve to 6-0 with the big showdown next week on Daily Dodge TV, Dennis. Lodi and Columbus. It seems like these two teams meet every year with not only conference championship implications, but postseason implications, momentum that propels the winning team usually on a deep playoff run. One of the great rivalries in the Capital Conference over years, Columbus and Lodi.
Yeah, that's one that was always on my schedule when I was with the Capital Times. Always covered that one every year, and it never disappointed.
3:35 to go out of the timeout. A bad snap, and Paul will just
knee went down.
Take a knee down as he picks the ball up, so the clock continues to run with under 3.5 to go.
I don't think he wanted to put his knee down, but he did accidentally. And in high school sports, the knee down, no contact. You're done.
I always wondered, Dennis, how come in college football, when the knee goes down and the play is over, how do you snap the ball and how does the holder get to hold a field goal? Like, wouldn't the play be over?
That's exempt for the holder.
Why?
Why? I don't know.
Who makes that rule? Like, what if the holder's knee comes up and then goes down? Is the play over? I've always wondered that.
That's a good question.
I've got to ask an official of some kind. Meanwhile, Columbus, big run up the right sideline. That is number 5, Owen Cowell on the carry, and Cowell goes into first down yardage up into Edgewood territory, all the way up near the 25-yard line before he's bumped out Actually, they'll say he's inside the 30. Mark him out at the 28 with 2:30 to go in the game. And now it looks like Columbus is going to be able to run the clock out.
Yeah, I didn't have him for a carry on my sheets here, so it might have been his first exposure there, which is a great run there.
Approaching 2 minutes to go at Breese Stevens Field. All Columbus tonight. Cardinals #1 ranked in the state for a reason. They do it on every side of the ball. Offense, defense, running game, passing game. The one thing that I will be interested to watch as this season and as the playoffs progress, Dennis, is sophomore quarterback Peyton Powers. Brunel, we know how good he is. We know you can consistently rely on that running game, but there will be a team, even if it comes all the way at Camp Randall in the state championship, there will be a team that's able to limit Brunel, and will Powers be able to make the plays that can propel the team to win in the passing attack?
That's why this is good. He threw 3 picks tonight. Now they're going to be able to dissect the film. What did you do? How was your footwork? What was your timing? It was a play early in the game where he took the ball out of bounds instead of throwing it. Maybe on one of those passes he tried to force it in. I mean, those all learning experiences, so a lot of work on the film will definitely help his maturity process.
Columbus football call with the carry, or excuse me, with the give. Again, running right side. That's number 5, Cowell, near the goal line before he's bumped out just shy of trying to punch it in. Under a minute to go. Will Columbus get one more?
I love it. He's a 5, what's Cowell, 5'7", 135-pound sophomore. What do you call those, scat backs? He's got fast footwork because he doesn't want to get crunched, You don't want to take anybody head on. He's the guy that's trying to run away from people, not run over them. But he looked pretty good on those two runs of his so far. They have gone for good distance.
One more snap from scrimmage here. Let's see what Columbus does with it. The quarterback is Luke Call. Takes the snap, takes a knee, and this game is over. The Columbus Cardinals dominant once again. They defeat the Edgewood Crusaders 48-8 to improve to 6-0. Meanwhile, Edgewood falls to 1-5. And Dennis, the remaining schedule for Edgewood as we look ahead, they've got games at Beloit Turner, home against Bigfoot, and then at Lakeside Lutheran to close out the season, as you're looking at anything you can do conference schedule-wise to...
All winnable games.
Yeah, they can try and run the gauntlet down the stretch and still earn a berth in the postseason with a 3-4 conference record at the end, but they're going to need some help to be able to do so, because you do not automatically qualify for the postseason finishing under 500 in conference play. Columbus is in good shape. #1 in the state, defending champs, and they're not going to be bumped down any this week.
They want that #1 seed in the playoffs, too. You want those 3 home games to start with if you can get them. Then the 4th round is a neutral site, and the 5th round is Camp Randall. So extends that winning streak now, 20 games in a row over the last 2 seasons, and 31-2 since Coach Selgrad took over the program.
Columbus defeats Edgewood 48-8. That's your final here in Week 6 of the high school football season. Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania on ESPN Madison, presented by Hometown Glass and Improvement and Columbus Family Dental. Tonight's broadcast on Daily Dodge TV, also brought to you by Prairie Ridge Health, McKinstry's Home Furnishings, Klodowski Real Estate, Beaver Dam Tire and Service, Slumberland in Beaver Dam and Watertown, Silica for your home, White Construction, Summit Ford, Surefire, Richards Insurance, Mayville Tire and Service, Park Village Shopping Center, Preferred Dental Partners, Jerry's Automotive, Air Care, The Dump in Cambria, Reed Chrysler, Dodge Jeep Ram, and Lamers. Dennis, we got our first experience being able to call a game on Daily Dodge TV tonight with our friends at ESPN Beaver Dam. Thanks to Ninja, thanks to Wade Bates, and the entire crew that helped coordinate this tonight. This was really fun for us to be able to bring it to you both on 100.5 ESPN Madison and on Daily Dodge TV. We thank all of you for joining us throughout the course of the night. I thank Ninja, right?
We had Ninja in the house. My man did this job, yes.
Ninja and the Dean and the Hall Monitor. What a crew we had here. We'll have to do it again sometime, fellas. Thanks so much to everybody for being part of this broadcast here this evening from Breese Stevens Field. Once again, your final score, Columbus 48, Edgewood 8. Coming up next on 100.5 ESPN Madison, you will get the ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day post-game show. Colin Russo, Adam Mertz, Chris Orr standing by with reactions and analysis following Wisconsin's Big Ten opener under the Friday night lights in West Lafayette, Indiana against the Purdue Boilermakers. Some great things and some not so great things to be able to discuss. So that's coming up next on the post-game show on 100.5 ESPN Madison. Thanks to everyone for watching us on Daily Dodge TV. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss Columbus football next week when they take on the Lodi Blue Devils in a game for Capital Conference supremacy. For the Dean Dennis Semrau, for Ninja, for producer Riley Yauk back in our Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studio, my name's Jesse Nelson. 48-8. Columbus defeats Edgewood on Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania on ESPN Wisconsin.
You're watching the Daily Dodge postgame show.